This is Girard Sports Live.
19-18, Trojans holding on to a 1-point lead here with 2:12 to play first quarter. Crane, three, good, there it is. That puts her over 1,000 points. What a moment.
Girard Sports Live is presented by Crawcan Telephone, your community technology partner. Also by Ag Choice of Hepler, American Family Insurance Jenny Collins Agency, Bender on 7, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Bumper to Bumper, Call Service, Chicken Annie's Girard, Community National Bank and Trust, Derailed Commodity, Farm Bureau Financial Services, G&W Foods, Girard Medical Center, Hydrix Appliance, Jagged Edge, Canar Eye Care, Kim Kravitz Photo, Larid Ceramics, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drugstore, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Advertising, Paoni Dental, the Producers Co-op Agronomy Center, Farmers Insurance Leah Smith Agency, GN Bank, the Market 120, and the Producers Co-op Farm Store.
Oh! Just a crossover and go. I'm faster than you are. Goes to the baseline. I can jump higher too.
It's time for Girard Sports Live.
Good Monday evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sub-State action here as we kick off this postseason on Girard Sports Live as the Girard Lady Trojans and Trojan men get ready to take on the Riverton Rams here in this first-round matchup at the top seed host site, as the Lady Trojans are the number 1 seeded team in this sub-state, and they get a chance to take on a Riverton Rams team that they saw all of 7 days ago in what was a makeup game when we played at Riverton back last Monday. Lady Trojans, though, are licking their wounds a little bit. The Trojans have not played all that great down the stretch here. They've lost 4 out of their last 6, including a loss to Baxter Springs here at home, 33-35 in a close ball game last Thursday. They played 3 games in 4 days with win over Riverton to begin things, and then back-to-back losses. They're on a 2-game skid coming into this game right now for the first time this year. And if you go back a long ways and not find Lady Trojans losing back-to-back games very often, that's where they're at right now from last week. And so hopefully they're okay coming into this ball game. I think they will be. The Lady Trojans in that ball game against Baxter Springs trailed early. It went back and forth a few times in the second quarter. Baxter would grab the lead 11-10. They would never relinquish that lead. Lead by as many as 6 in the first half, led by 5 at halftime. It was a 2-point game going to the fourth quarter. Lady Trojans did tie it up at 25 all, but that was as close as they would get, eventually falling in a nip-and-tuck ball game, 35-33. Lady Trojans in that fall to 13-6 on the year, 9-3 in the CNC. It also lost the CNC championship. They could have gotten a share of it with Colgan with a win over Baxter Springs. They do not do that. And so although they are the number 1 seed in sub-state, with it, which I think is very, very important because they draw the Riverton Lady Rams, who come in at 0-20, 0-12 in the CNC. Their last CNC win was back in 2016. They're 8-51 in the last 3 years, including 0-22 in the CNC. They've lost 28 straight games. They're struggling a little bit. Poor numbers, only 7 girls on the roster. Lady Trojans will go 9, sometimes 10 deep into the ball game. They've only got 7 on their bench. And when we played them back on Monday, they were missing Danielle Weaver, who is their main ball handler and probably their best player. We'll see if she's available here tonight. Lady Trojans, all in all, Dale, should have a pretty good chance of winning this ball game, but you got to remain focused. Nothing's a given.
Well, nothing's a given at all, BJ, tonight because it's one and done.
Right.
So your competition's coming in, and that would make their season. They come up here and knock off the number 1 seed, no matter if they've won a game all year or not. That makes their season, and that makes their fan base really happy along with the players. But another thing that we got to look at, what has happened the last 2 ball games that we've dropped. Jada Valley has gotten foul trouble both games early. 3 fouls in the first quarter against Colgan, was it? 2 fouls in the first quarter, picked up her 3rd one early in the second quarter against Baxter Springs. So that's something we got to look at and keep Jada off the foul trouble.
Just the fact that an 0-20 team, you think you got to keep your head on. You don't want to just walk through this one because anything can happen. It's a testament to how wide open this sub-state is. I cannot remember a time when it's been more open that 7 of the 8 teams really have a legitimate chance of winning it, go to a state tournament. And it should be entertaining because you look at Galena where the Trojans have beat Galena twice, but the Galena Bulldogs have beaten Baxter Springs twice. And so try to figure that out. All these teams are getting a chance to see each other. It'll be determined on the court. We talk with Coach Herlocker about that in just a little bit when we continue here on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. Community National Bank and Trust serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. Community National Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Girard schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. And of course, Girard Sports Live is presented by Pregame, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas with Pregame. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Pregame has to offer at ckt.net. Up next, we'll talk to the head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, when we return to the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. While you're there, be sure to ask about My Mobile Money and mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crawcan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
When I wake up in the morning, love, the sunlight hurts my eyes, then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day.
Welcome back to the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show here on Girard Sports Live. BJ Harris along with you as we get set for a first-round basketball game here in this Class 3A sub-state as the Girard Lady Trojans play host to the Riverton Lady Rams. Coach, it seems like we just did this maybe last Monday, but a lot's happened since then as you guys had a tough loss there at home, the regular season finale against Baxter Springs. As we look back at that ball game, Coach, a hard-fought game, came down to the end. It was snip and tuck pretty much most of the contest, just came up a little bit short.
It was a heartbreaker for the girls. You know, there was a league championship on the line, and, man, you know, 3 games in 4 days, just competitively, we were at a disadvantage, and I don't think we shot real well. We shot like we played 3 games in 4 days, and you say, well, you know, you got to be able to do that for the playoffs and whatnot, and that's cool as long as everybody else plays that. You know, they're playing their 3rd game too. When they're not, that becomes an issue, and so it is what it is. Super proud of the girls, the season they've had. I feel like they've met and surpassed most people's expectations. And, you know, when you have adversity, you have 2 options. One, You can feel sorry for yourself and fall down, or you can stand up and get after it. And based on the couple practices we've had since then, the latter is what these girls are wanting to do. I knew they would. Just excited to get out and play.
Yeah, in that game, what was exciting to me, and we've seen sparks of it throughout the season, and they've kind of been forced into duty because of some of your injuries, but some of those young players were the ones who kind of led the charge as far as a momentum booster. You know, a big layup and steal and finish by Serena Short, and then Brooklyn Talley just brings so much energy every time she steps on the floor. You've got to be pleased with kind of the maturation of those young players here now 20 games in.
Yeah, you know, they're young and hungry, and, you know, I can't say enough about what they've done all season long, and it's just been crazy because, you know, we have had so many injuries, and we, you know, the next up, and we've pulled pretty deep into that group of girls, and each one of them, when given the opportunity, has stepped up to the plate. You know, I can't say enough, too, though, about, you know, going back to our defensive, you know, Gabby Sands has been just an unbelievable constant in what we do, and her defense, the defense by everyone that played against the Barnes girl. I mean, you don't hold someone like that to 0 points. They're going to hit a couple shots, and the fact that those girls were able to do what they did with her, you know, I think that's the overall story.
Well, obviously, first things first, we'll talk about Riverton in just a moment, but just kind of a global look at this sub-state, and obviously it's teams you've seen before. 6 of the 8 are teams that have all played each other, and then Cherryville and Caney Valley are the 2 teams outside of that. But as you kind of look at this, I can't think of a sub-state, as long as I've been doing this, that is as wide open as this girls 3A here in Caney.
You know, it really is. Looking across the matchups and everything, you know, both Cherryville and Caney, the only 2 that are not from the CNC, have had above average years, and so they're, you know, it's not like you have a team from another league that's playing terrible or bad. They're both very, very, very quality teams, and then, you know, most people are aware of what we, you know, we just completely do what, you know, Big 12 ACC does to each other when they play each other as many times as they do. You know, we just have kind of annihilated each other in the CNC. A lot of really, really good teams, a lot of really, you know, if you started cherry picking the best couple players off of every team in our league, you would have an unbelievable team to take, and I think they can compete at any level. You know, it is just going to be a crazy sub-state, and I think, you know, anything is possible, especially, you know, you play people a third time. It just gets ridiculous, some of the things that can happen in a basketball game. You know, I feel fortunate, again, you know, even though Cherryville and Caney are very, very, very capable opponents, it's, you know, if we were able to advance past this first round, to be able to play someone new, someone we haven't played this year, would certainly be a relief.
Yeah, and that's probably the biggest tax that we do turn our attention to Riverton is the fact that not only have you played them twice and you beat them twice, but you beat them handily. And keeping a team from overlooking an 0-20 team coming into the first round sub-state, that probably makes a coach as nervous as preparing for a top-ranked team in their division going into this. What do you think? And what are you going to take to get number 3 against the Rams?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I told the girls, you know, you go into each and every game once the playoffs are here, and you're running 1,000 miles an hour, and you believe that anything is possible and anything is true. And, you know, when you do that, it's one of those deals where you really have to focus in on the opponent at hand. You know, all the other games don't matter, but the one you have right in front of you. And if you don't take care of business in the one in front of you, none of the rest of them do matter. So, and just the fact that it's a complete trap game for our girls. You know, we've beat them twice, and here they come a third time, and really, really easy to look past. But you know, I have enough seniors this year, and the finality of where we're at, I don't think by the time I get done talking with them, at least they will do that.
All right, Coach. Well, it should be a lot of fun as we do kick off sub-state. Hopefully continue to play on through the week. We appreciate your time as always. Good luck tonight against the Rams.
Thank you.
Head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, joining us here on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. We'll step away, take a quick break. Still to come. Keys to the game starting lineup, opening tip-off from Girard, the Trojans, Rams tonight. Class 3A sub-state on Girard Sports Live.
The best place for your pregame or postgame meal is Bender on 7. The Bender has quickly become Girard's favorite restaurant with incredible specials like the famous Taco Tuesdays, 3 tacos for $1. Wednesdays, try the adult grilled cheese. Thursdays is chili dog day. And of course, Friday, game day, is steak tips after 5. Grab a friend, grab a drink, and grab a seat at the Bender on 7, where they're streaming Girard Sports Live right now. Bender on 7. Order now. 620-724-4860.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
It may be cold outside, but you can stay warm and cozy inside with help from Girard Commodity. Replace your flooring today with the area's largest selection of in-stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. We have a great selection of furniture, including mattresses and sofa sets. And if you need a recliner, this is the place to be. Now is a great time to shop at Girard Commodity Flooring and Furniture, with stores in Brazelton and Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090. Back out here live, Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium, the side of this first round matchup here in the Class 3A, sub-state between the Girard Trojans and the Riverton Rams. Do have a boys game coming up as well as the Trojans take on the Rams. Trojan men, CNC champs, a really good ball game and a good win last Thursday when they knocked off Baxter Springs, a revenge game there in overtime, 68-63, hands down the best game of the season we've seen. Got the call this year, I think. I didn't do the 4 overtime game, Dale. So,
I was getting ready to say, BJ, come on now.
That was between two really good teams in Riverton and Girard and Baxter Springs. A lot of fun. Trojans 16-3, 10-2. They're the number 2 seed in the sub-state. Riverton is 9-11 and 3-9 coming to this ball game. Riverton lost to Girard 48-40 back on Monday, but boy, they put in a pretty good game. They almost knocked off that Baxter Springs game on Tuesday. We were watching that game as we were there at Colgan, watching that score come across. They ended up falling to Baxter 54-50. So this Riverton team on the boys' side is playing some pretty good basketball, and Trojans need to make sure they don't let them have a little hope, because if they do, it could make for an interesting game here tonight in what should be a pretty solid win for the Trojans. Take a look at our shot of the game brought to you by Kim Kravitz Photo. Kim Kravitz Photography is a boutique photography studio specializing in high school and senior pictures, sports photographies, and more. Let Kim capture your memories. Learn more at kimkravitzphoto.com. We saw his photo last Thursday, but it was still a good one, and I thought she had a really good ball game. I talked to Coach, you heard there just a little bit ago, about those youngsters. Serena Short, that shot she had in the third quarter, and they had that little run. They did it on defense, and it helped out. And again, Brooklyn Talley, Michaela Osmus, Serena Short need to step up. You start to see more Olivia Cullen as well getting into the ball game, those youngsters, and then obviously the senior-laden team that the Trojans are. They need to have really good games for them to even have a chance in this sub-state. And so that's our shot of the game brought to you by Kim Kravitz Photo. Area matchups brought to you by Bumper to Bumper of Girard, formerly Brenneman Auto Parts. Bumper to Bumper has been serving the Girard area since 1935. Come in and talk with Willie if you're in the need for belts, Bosch brake pads, Wicks filters, Timken bearings, and more. Bumper to Bumper, 101 East Prairie Street in Girard. Not anything going on tonight because this is the only game. We got lucky because all the other teams will play, or I guess the girls play today, but we're playing a doubleheader. We don't have any games tomorrow night. Because the men will play, but we get a doubleheader tonight. So here on Monday, there's your matchups on the girls' side. Cherryville and Caney, Baxter Springs and Galena, and Columbus and Frontenac. And then on the boys' side tomorrow, although we don't play tomorrow, the Baxter Springs will take on Frontenac, Cherryville and Galena, and Caney Valley and Columbus on the boys' side. That's a look at your area matchups brought to you by our friends at Bumper to Bumper. Trojans and the Rams. The winner will get to move on to the sub-state tournament and continue on in that tournament at Caney coming up on Thursday. We'll talk more about that. Opening tip-off coming your way next on Girard Sports Live.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student-athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
Girard Medical Center's bariatric program has made extraordinary changes to many people's lives.
I am no longer living the life on the sideline watching everybody else enjoy those things I want to do. I am doing those things now. I am doing things that I only dreamed of doing for the longest time. I'm truly living the life I've always wanted.
Call to learn more. Girard Medical Center, caring for our community one patient at a time.
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
National anthem from the Girard Trojan Marching Band, their trumpet quintet. You were a trumpeter, weren't you?
I was a trumpeter. I played a little bit of that, played a lot of taps.
I remember when you played, you would come out at halftime when you were younger, obviously. I don't think you did it probably when you were junior and senior, but did you come out at halftime and play in the marching band?
Never did. I started.
You never came in? Oh, yeah. Even as a freshman, you came out and you didn't come out and play trumpet?
Didn't come out freshman year, nope. I was the backup. So.
The quintet's 5, by the way, in case you're wondering. That's what that is. Starting lineups getting ready to go inside here. We're going to get our starting lineups as well, brought to you by the Jagged Edge. Trojans hope to start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Stylist Carla Sands, Robin Hawkins, or Eva Vietti will have you looking your very best for your next big game. When you make a stop, an appointment there at the Jagged Edge, give them a call at 620-724-7500 to get yourself tightened up here as we make the postseason stretch. You want to be looking your very, very best, and we're going to do our best here on the Girard Sports Live crew. You probably do. You're probably due for a haircut.
Pretty close.
Yeah. First up for the Riverton Rams, it'll be Lexi Nowlin, a sophomore. Number 13, Daphne Parker, a junior. Number 22, Mia Moss, a junior. Number 24, Madison Gibson, a junior. And number 44, Cameron Compton, a junior. This is a young team that they get a chance to come back and hopefully do a little bit better when they're in their senior season. Lady Trojans will have JoJo Ferguson, Jada Valley, Drake Worrell, Gabby Sands, and Kaylin Flaherty. Sands led them. That's when she went off from three-point range. She had 4 threes in that ball game against them back on Monday, last Monday when they played. And they need to have more of that. They were led by Parker. Parker was kind of their driving force. Daphne Parker had 12 when they met. Opening tip-off brought to you by Larrett Ceramics, 503 West Maple and Girard. Stop by Larrett Ceramics. Great gift ideas, supplies as well. Give them a call at 620-724-8442. Larrett's Ceramics. JoJo Ferguson and Daphne Parker going to meet at half court opening tip-off. We're underway here in Girard. Lady Trojans will be moving from right to left as you watch it here on your home for Trojan Athletics, Girard Sports Live. There's a steal off the missed shot, just a little bit complacent maybe by Compton. And up and good by Jada Valley. And the Trojans will take an early 2-0 lead. Here's a three on the way, off the mark. Good board by Flaherty. She'll clear the glass. That's the other thing, Lady Trojans the other night, when they beat this team back on Monday, 61-22. They just dominated on the boards. Obviously, a hot shooting night from deep as well, helped them out in that game. Sands had 4. Kayla Osmus had 1-3 in that one. Skip pass for JoJo. And step back, and Sands will reset here. Here's a 3 on the way by Worrell. No good. Another rebound by Valley. Loose ball, jump ball. That'll be in favor of the Rams. Here with 6:55 to go in this first quarter. It's twice where Jada just slipped past the person they thought they were boxing out, and she just went around them. Trojans put some pressure on. That's the other thing. They were not very good at handling the pressure. That's a walk on the far side against Madison Gibson.
You know, BJ, we talked a little bit earlier about Jada getting in foul trouble. She looks like she's got a little bit more spring in her step. She was coming off that illness the last couple weeks, too.
She did not play when they beat them by 40, nearly 40 the other night. Into the paint. Here's Worrell from the free throw line, off the way, no good. Knocked around, still having troubles getting rebounds offensively. And JoJo Ferguson will come out of there with it after it looks like they did have possession of it. Trojans will reset and run their offense here. Backside, Worrell again. This time she'll get it to go. Good look from Flaherty. And Worrell's on the board here now. Trojans lead 4-0. There's a carry. Probably got away there, Compton. Trojans track her down the floor. Off right side, looking to drive is Moss. Moss had just 2 points in that last matchup. Yeah, it does not appear that they're going to have the services of Danielle Weaver again here tonight, and so really Lady Trojans got to keep an eye on Parker and Compton. As long as they don't beat them, they should have a pretty good chance here in this ball game. Off the foot, caught Moss. Probably got away with one there, the Lady Trojans did. Rebound, though, and a put back up and good. On the take by Lexi Nowlin. And it's 4-2. 5:35 to go here in this opening quarter. Ferguson on the left wing. Coach kind of forcing ladies to be patient in their half court. Collapse there on Flaherty. Kick back outside for Gabby. Sands will reset here. Sands running the point. There's a 3 from Ferguson on the way. No good. And now here comes Compton up the floor. The push off. Right corner. Here's a 3 on the way by Nowlin. That one's good. And they're up just like that. On the 3-point shot. Nowlin's got all 5 of their 5 points, and the Lady Trojans trail by 1. Down inside. Easy peasy. Another high-low there from Flaherty. They just not ready to defend that one. And the Trojans back in front. Try to trap over here on the right side. It's going to go out of bounds off of Parker. And it'll go back to the Lady Trojans here. Wholesale change here with Sands, Ferguson, Worrell, and Flaherty checking out. Bailey, Short, Brooklyn Talley. And Kinsey Smith into the ball game as well. Step off right side, Short. At the elbow for Talley. She changed foot. Off left side. Scoop and score for Jada Valley. And just like most times, you just don't think Jada can do that a lot of times. Just athleticism or speed. Compton going to bring it up the floor. Cutting back across on Short. Scoop up with the right hand. No good, but she is fouled. And Cameron Compton to go to the free throw line to shoot. 2. Foul's going to be called on Talley. Brooklyn Talley will pick up her first personal foul. Team foul number 1 on the Lady Trojans. First foul of the ball game. And here's Compton to shoot 2. First one's up and good. already a better start to this game than they had the other night. Lady Trojans, they came out to a 7-0 run in that game, and Compton pulls them back to within 1. Halfway through this first quarter, they're keeping pace with Lady Trojans. Off right side for Short, at the elbow, driving through. Here's a 3 all the way from Smith. And off the glass, no good. Good rebound there by the Lady Rams by Madison Gibson, and here comes Moss. Moss on the right wing. Good way to Gibson. She'll cross over, look to attack. Loose ball nearly gathered up by Parker. She stays on her feet. Now she'll step up. On the way, no good. And tracked down there by Kenzie Smith. Here come the Lady Trojans. Not really gotten out on transition much. Wrap around, kind of off the mark. Not a great pass, but they'll live to play another down here. High post for Bailey. She'll face quadruple team, and she's going to go ahead and take it. Ball's knocked out of it, off of her chest and out of bounds. Trojans will go back to that pressure. Parker trying to get it to her. Said Compton, backside, nearly lost it. Tracking it down was Talley was there to help out. Then a rebound, loose ball, and a foul going to be called on Brittany Bailey. They come in with a little bit of fire. Did Bailey? They were chicken fighting out here with Daphne Parker. Here's Parker. She'll catch. Shot up. No good. Rebound Talley. Trojans will maintain their lead here. At least one more possession. Try to get it back. Run to the floor. Short. Up off the glass. And good. And the foul. Serena Short. Short's deceivingly fast, I think. She doesn't run. She runs kind of straight up and down, and so you can't really tell, but she covers some ground. As you look at her trying to get back in transition on that one, for instance, it looked like she was beat, but she managed to get in front of the player. Same thing there. She just comes flying up the floor. Shot no good. Talley with the board. She'll put it on the deck. Kick across the lane. They'll need to track it back down. This hold. Trojans going to set their offense now here with 2:42 to go in the first quarter. Off right side for Talley. Here's Valley. Short. Long 2 on the way. No good. And rebound to be determined. Pulled out of there by Bailey. And she's going to be knocked down pretty hard there by Lexi Nowlin. And she'll pick up her first personal foul. That last foul was on Compton, and that's another one. She got in foul trouble as well last Monday, and when she isn't on the floor, it's even tougher for them. Inbound Bailey. She'll face. One dribble, go up, and a charge. No walk. Really needs to be able to shoot that shot. They sucked down in there. It was going to be packed in. Just shoot that little 10-footer and give yourself a chance. They'll get it inbound. Up the floor, trying to trap. Now they'll fall back off of it for Gibson. She'll go in. Step back, 2:15 to go first quarter. Step up, shot on the way, no good. Rebound, Bailey. Here comes Jada. Trojans, again, hearing patience from Coach Urlacher at the elbow. Shot up no good, knocked around on the take by Flaherty. And I'll tell you right now, minute 42 into this, left to go in this first quarter, the Rams probably feel like they're doing pretty good. And then there's that, goodness gracious, just shenanigans by Valley. Short, a little stopping up and good. Real smart play there by Serena Short. Other end of the floor, and Parker loses it out of bounds. Serena Short's a freshman, and that's a pretty smart move. She has just grown so much here this year, and her taking full advantage of her minutes. Time on the floor, we'll take it. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
12-7 your score. Lady Trojans lead by 5. That's the largest lead of the ball game for them. And now they've got the basketball as well. Side moving around. Here's Ferguson. Little runner with the right hand up. No good. Rebound Flaherty. Her putback is no good. But she will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Will Flaherty.
Foul on number 24, Madison Gibson, first personal. Team foul, number 3.
Gibson picks up her first personal foul. Second one is up and good. First one's no good. Second one is. It gets too deep. There's Gibson, and then off the foot of Drake Worrell, it'll stay with the Lady Rams here with just under a minute to play here in this first quarter. Right side, move it around. Here to the corner for Nowlin. Back to her. Nowlin's got 5 of their 7 points, and a 3-second violation can be called on the Rams. 47.6 seconds to play. Kayla Osmus into the ballgame, her first minutes here in this first quarter. Flaherty outside. Good ball movement by the Lady Trojans. Move it. Here's Sands. Extended that zone. Inside. Whirl. Back outside. Drive. Kick. Somehow ended up in Drake's hands. She'll pull the trigger on one. That one's no good. JoJo clearing the glass. He'll put it back up. That's no good. Flaherty wants the glass. Now she'll get fouled. Trojans just dominating on the boards. And Kaylin will go back to the free throw line to shoot 2. She's 1 for 2 now. Just above 50% on the season. Flaherty did her part. One of her best ball games last week on Thursday against Baxter Springs. She had 10 points. Kayla misses the first one. Gets the second one to rattle in. 14-7, Trojans have doubled them up. Then a near steal by Osmus. Then she saved it from going out of bounds. Headsy play there. Sands, catch, shot good. Good look by Ferguson and a good finish by Gabby Sands. And a foul going to be called on Ferguson on that far side as Mia Moss runs her over. It'll be her first. Team foul number 3 on the Lady Trojans. They'll put some pressure on here. Inbound up, loose ball. Ferguson steals it away. Then she'll throw it when she goes to the ground. Trojans have numbers. Whirl from almost half court. That was right on the money. Pulls the trigger, and that's the end of one. Lady Trojans lead it after one. 16-7. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent in Girard is Leah Smith. Leah is excited to bring more than 10 years industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri back to her hometown. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options, whether it's auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more. Give Leah Smith a call today at 620-670-4590. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans.
Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, grid and soil sampling, custom and variable rate application, and more. Raise the bar and make this year the most profitable yet. To learn more, visit them online at girardcoop.com or call the Agronomy Center at 620-724-8372. Producers Co-op, working for you. Lady Trojans lead it after one here over the Riverton Rams. This Class 3A sub-state first-round matchup. Lady Trojans number 1 seed. Lady Rams the number 8 seed. The Trojans with the lead, although I would say the Rams probably feel okay about how that first quarter went. Now, things are starting to slip away a little bit for them. They did lead briefly in that first quarter. Olivia Cullen into the ball game. Backside, good look by Valley. Good finish by Flaherty. Flaherty's got 4 points. Lady Trojans now largest lead here is 11. There's a steal by Valley. Here's JoJo. Push up off the glass, good. Pressure's just too much. They're scoring faster than I can write it down now. Compton in the backcourt. Fast hands again by Ferguson. They'll throw it up to Moss to get it across the timeline. And Riverton will hold now. Compton nearly gets it poked out. She does. Moss from the free throw line. No good. And loose ball. Cullen had it briefly and then gathered up by Valley. Here she goes all the way. Getting contact. No call somehow. TD's to surprise me. She just can't buy a call sometimes. There's a shot up, just missed. Got her own rebound though on Nowlin. Her putback is no good, but Nowlin, who had their first 5 points, her 3-point bucket gave them the lead 5-4 with 4:59 to go in the first quarter. Trojans grabbed it back quickly.
Foul on 33, Olivia Cullen, first personal Trojan team foul number 4.
And so now a little stoppage of play. Not sure what they decided there, but Allen will be at the free throw line here to shoot 2. First one's up and good. She's got 6.
Free throw good for Riverton, number 12, Lexi Nowlin.
Missed the second, made the first. Rebound, tracked down by Jada Valley. She gets fouling on top of. And now it'll go the other way. Ferguson to Flaherty. Shot up no good. Galen is pretty good shooting that little elbow jumper. That time missed it. And it'll go back to Riverton here with 6:23 to go in this first half. Trojans up by 12, and Daphne Parker lost it going out of bounds. They don't have a senior on the roster, and they only have 1 sophomore. And then it's juniors and freshmen. That's what they got. Small town, you just never know who's going to want to play basketball. And sometimes if you get a group of kids that want to play, then they'll all play together and you'll have a good number. And then sometimes if they don't want to play, then they won't play. And you get stuck in situations right now where they're in a little bit of dry spell down there in Riverton. Sands for 3 on the way. Look good. Shot no good, though. Rebound to be determined. Olivia Cullen is fighting for one. And a jump ball's in favor of the Lady Rams. Out goes Cullen, out goes Flaherty, out goes Ferguson, out goes Osmus. In comes Talley, Valley, Smith, and Bailey. This 4-person switch, that's new. It's a newer rotation than what they started the season out for sure. Good pass backside, running with the right hand, good. The Trojans are cooking with gasoline tonight. 22-8. Baseline, Parker up and good. Her first time, that stops a long run by the Trojans. Well, actually, the free throw did a moment ago, but Trojans gone on a 12-0 run at one point. That's a block shot taken by Smith and gathered up by Compton. Moss, jump stop at the free throw line. She'll be hacked by Brooklyn Talley. It's her second.
Foul on number 15, Brooklyn Talley. Second personal team foul, number 5.
Compton. Trojans have kept her quiet so far. Kept Parker quiet as well. Good rebound by Bailey. She'll be fouled. Trying to get out of there with it. Good effort there by Brittany Bailey. Foul's going to be called on Mia Moss.
First personal, team foul number 5.
Valley going to look to the sidelines for what to run. Make them collapse on her. Back outside. Smith, she'll step away. Bailey. Skip pass left side for Smith. Good patience here by the Lady Trojans. Down inside the paint. Bailey, dangerous pass across the lane. It's stolen away. Here come the Lady Rams going from left to right. Compton to Parker on the right wing. I'll make a prediction here. This Rams team will break their losing streak next year. I have no doubt about it. They will get in the winning ways next season. Just hope they don't start tonight. There's a steal by Talley. Brooklyn running with it, lost it. Goodness gracious, full bore into that padding. And she wasn't able to get her hands down to stop it. Her hips went straight into that. Brooklyn just giving everything she's got. Sometimes that ball gets out there in front of you, and you start chasing it. Tell my girls, put a leash on that dog because it gets out there in front of you. And you're trying to run as fast as you can. Your wheels start going over the top, and that's what happened to her there, but she stays in the ball game. Toughness there. Riverton going to bring it up with Parker off to the right corner for Gibson. 3:33 to go here in this first half. And a foul going to be called on Bailey, her second. Team foul number 6 on the Lady Trojans. I don't think that was a shooting foul. It should be on the floor.
Fouls on number 21, Brittany Bailey. Second personal, Trojan team foul number 6.
Yeah, on the floor. Compton to inbound this one for Riverton. 3:30 to go. There's a steal by Osmus. Little thievery with the right hand. Layup good. The 7th Lady Trojan to score so far here in this ball game. Shot up no good. Ripped down from behind. That's going to be on Moss. That'll be her second.
On 22, Mia Moss, second personal, Riverton team foul number 6.
Timeout going to be taken by Riverton. We will take it. Lady Trojans lead by 14. 3 minutes to go first half. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
When I wake up in the morning, love, the sunlight hurts my eyes. Then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day.
The best place for your pregame or postgame meal is Bender on 7. The Bender has quickly become Girard's favorite restaurant with incredible specials like the famous Taco Tuesdays. 3 tacos for $1. Wednesdays, try the adult grilled cheese. Thursdays is chili dog day. And of course, Friday, game day, is steak tips after 5. Grab a friend, grab a drink, and grab a seat at the Bender on 7, where they're streaming Girard Sports Live right now. Bender on 7. Order now. 620-724-4860.
24-10. Lady Trojans lead it. This was competitive early on. So far, Lady Trojans have kind of taken over the controls of this ball game. Clarity at the elbow. Again, high-low. This time off the glass, a good for Whirl. Whirl's got 6 points in this ball game. Trojans lead by 16. It's their largest lead of the contest. Parker with it on the right wing. There's a three by Moss on the way. High arcing shot. Nothing but the bottom of the net. 26-13. Flaherty back around. Jump off inside, over the top, shot up, blocked. Good call, good no call there. Orr with the rebound. Gets back in the hands of Drake. Here's Sands for three. On the way, no good. And probably should have been a foul on JoJo. And Parker will clear it. Wish we had had this crew the other night. Going baseline for Nowlin. She gets stopped by Ferguson. Good effort there. Gibson back around to Parker. And another just complete theft by Osmus. She'll go from the left side this time. Kayla. Learn how to play defense and you can get on the court anytime. Certainly with Brad Herlocker you can, and that's the deal. Kayla playing offense, playing defense, and just stealing the basketball. We're all going to pick up her first personal foul. Team foul number 7, so shooting 1-1. Minute 38 to go here, first half. Valley going to come in. Osmus checks out with those 4 points here in the second quarter. Here's Moss. Front side 1-1, no good. Long pass by Valley. Ferguson, good. Man, they are just seeing the floor so well on the Lady Trojans. JoJo's got 4. 30-13. 17 points now, the largest lead of the ball game. Other end. Up and good by Nowlin. She's got 7 points in this ball game. Trojans not great in transition D there. Taste of their own medicine, perhaps. Driving, Flaherty, she'll just step through. Up and good. There's a near steal, but able to get it away. Parker will step up, and a foul going to be called on Ferguson. And it's 1-1. It's her third. Team foul number 8. So that's going to send Parker to the free throw line to shoot. Well, it's just her second. .8 seconds. GN Bank halftime show coming your way in just a little bit. We'll talk about this one. We'll and then somebody stepped over the line. So they'll get another crack at it on the front side of this 1-1. Talk about that boys game coming up in just a little bit. JoJo frustrated. She comes off the floor. And they start at the beginning, 1-1. I think that was the conversation there. You know, that's the best place to start.
Is it?
The beginning.
The beginning?
And cost him. Parker knocks down that front side of the 1-1 after getting an extra one. Although in my house, sometimes you got to get pretty good at jumping in the middle of a conversation to figure out what's going on.
I was always the finisher.
My girls just kind of begin wherever they decide in their head they're at. Made them both. Taking advantage of that mistake. Off left side for Short, swiftly around. Some of the best ball movement we've seen all season by Lady Trojans. That's the best way to find a hole in that zone. And that's why they've been able to score is just find a hole in the zone and then go. Good communication also by Lady Trojans here. 30 seconds to play as they're going to probably work for the final shot here of this half. Short left wing. 19 seconds to go. Flaherty, too easy. Up and good. 24-17. Trojans trying to get a forced turnover. They do with 5 seconds. Short off the left side. Good. Serena Short, one of her best halves of the season. as she finished with 6 points in the first half. That was a flat team effort by the Lady Trojans. After a little bit of a sluggish start, good start by the Rams, Trojans take over this game, and they lead it by 19 here at the break. We'll talk more about it here on the GM Bank Halftime Show. We'll come back and have your halftime numbers. Kenara Eye Care Eye on the game, and we'll start to talk about that boys game as well. All that and more is still to come here on the GM Bank Halftime Show, formerly Girard National Bank. New name, but still providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to GM Bank. Learn more at gn-bank.com. Lady Trojans lead at 36-19 at the break. Talk about it next on the GM Bank Halftime Show on Girard Sports Live.
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com.
Find us fast in names and numbers. Back here at halftime with this one, the Girard Lady Trojans lead at 36-17 over the Riverton Rams. Their largest lead of the ball game here is at 19 at the halftime break. Take a look at the eye on the game, brought to you by Kenara Eye Care. Thanks to the support from their community, Kenara Eye Care has nearly doubled their space and extended their hours. They've got locations in both Pittsburgh and Girard. Kenara Eye Care is the clear choice. Make your appointment by calling 620-235-1737. Dr. Kenara, Dr. Jackman, the reason I can see this game, I've always had pretty good eyesight, I thought, and then I was doing a football game, and it was dark. You know, it's darker than it is in here, obviously, and I could not see the numbers on the far side of the field, and I'm like, that's never happened before.
Does that mean you're getting old, Beach?
Starting to get a little old, so go in there and get it. One eye's perfect, the other eye's all screwed up, so we got it working right now, and I can see everything very clearly. In fact, I can see it. The Lady Trojans in full control of this game here, 36-17. Trojans led it 4-0. Rams did lead this game briefly, 5-4. I think that might be the first time they've led in the first two times they played. I don't think they led in a game. Lady Trojans quickly got it back 6-5, but not relinquished since that point. Grew their lead all the way up to 9 after one. They led 16-7, went into the second quarter and never stopped. That was in the midst of a 12-0 run. It was stopped briefly, and the Lady Trojans went on another 6-0 run before growing this lead all the way up to 17. Added to it here at the end. They lead by 19, 36-17 here at the break. Good team effort by the Lady Trojans, spreading the wealth a little bit as they have 7 girls have scored, and it's pretty even. Leading the way, Caleb Flaherty with 8 points at the break, and then 6 points for Drake Worrell, 6 for Serena Short, 6 for Jada Valley, and then 4 points for Michaela Osmus, 4 for JoJo Ferguson, and 2 for Gabby Sands for the Lady Trojans. For the Rams, leading the way is Lexi Nowlin with 7 points, including a 3 that gave them the lead briefly. 4 points from Daphne Parker, 4 from Mia Boss, and 2 from Camden Compton for the Lady Trojans, who lead it here 36-17. Boys are out there warming up, as you see. We'll talk more about the boys when we return here on the GM Bank Halftime Show on Girard Sports Live.
Thanks to your support, Kenora Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Kenora Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
Mathis Drugstore Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drugstore, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
When I wake up in the morning, love, the sunlight hurts my eyes. Then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day.
Back here on the GM Bank Halftime Show, the Girard Trojans, Lady Trojans lead it here at the break 36-17. And we are in this GM Bank Halftime Show. Boys coming up in just a little bit. Trojan men coming in at 16-3, 10-2 in the CNC champs. Bodes well if you're the CNC champs because 6 out of 8 of the teams are CNC teams. In this sub-state, the Trojans are the number 2 team in the sub-state. Baxter Springs is the number 1 team. Trojans will play this Riverton team here tonight that comes in at 9-11, 3-9 in the CNC. And Trojan men coming off a 68-63 rather overtime win over Baxter. Lost to Colgan last week, 35-34. 2 very different ball games. And then beat Riverton to start the week last week, 48-40. And so they just saw them a little over a week ago. If the Lady Trojans win here, they'll play on Thursday. Don't have times on those games yet. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, and we'll update you as we get those times. If the Trojan men were to win, they would play on Friday. And if both teams win, they would have a chance to play then on Saturday. Nothing better than a doubleheader for a sub-state championship coming up this week. That's what we hope to see here when we take the trip to Caney Valley. We'll take one final break, come back, and get you going for your second half. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
Here we go. Second half action. Lady Trojans lead it as we start this second half. And a shot from the O by Flaherty, no good. She led all scorers with 8 at halftime. Empty frame to start this second half for the Lady Rams. They move from right to left this time. Nowlin with it out high for Riverton. Moss, Compton, 3 on the way, left it well short. And it'll go out of bounds back to the Lady Trojans. Again, Lady Trojans number 1 seed in this sub-state tournament, 13-6, 9-3. Lady Rams 0-20, 0-12. Probably the most lopsided possible matchup here in this sub-state. High post for Flaherty, quickly around. Good ball movement again. They've just done that as well as they have all year. Backside for Whirl. Off left side for Ferguson. Sands is trying to work to get that best shot and take some time off the clock. No rush here now at this point. Up by 19. Slashing. They loosen up just enough for Jada to think she had a little bit of window. Shot no good. Rebound is no good. Rebound by Flaherty. She'll try to throw it up. And saved off the head of Gibson. Good effort there by Jada just to keep that one alive. Trojan basketball, they'll maintain possession here. Valley with it, top of the key. Everybody directing traffic, telling Jada to go left side. Trying to work a shot here for Sands. Back they'll go. Open look, Jada. Now she'll step, kick back around. Compton slides back in there to try to defend Flaherty. They'll get it for Whirl. She'll back outside. Back to Whirl. Drake, 15-footer on the way, no good. Rebound by Flaherty. Her putback's no good. She gets her own rebound. That time it is good. She's in double figures. And the Trojans up by 21. Here's shot by Parker. She's the one that paced them last time, and she had 11 points. She got 6 now. 38-19. 5:31 to play. Dump off inside. Good look by Flaherty. Caught by Whirl, but good defense to recover. He's packed in 2-3 zone. The elbow for Whirl. She'll pull the trigger on it. Got partially blocked. Flaherty there with the rebound, and she's fouled. And Compton will pick up, I think, her second foul. And send Kaylin back to the free throw line to shoot 2. She's 2 for 4 on the night from the charity stripe. Is Flaherty. Comes up, rolls in. Out goes Whirl, in comes Bailey. Out goes Ferguson, in comes Smith for the Lady Trojans. Flaherty's second one up and switch. 40-19. Here comes Moss up the floor from the far side. There's a 3 by Compton on the way, off the glass, no good. Parker going to drive in on Smith. Good defense by Kinsey. And rebound by Flaherty. Kaylin walked with it. And the look on her face is, yeah, I walked with it.
I got hacked 6 times on the way by trying to get the ball.
Yeah, of course I did.
I was just checking, see if you were paying attention back there.
4:45 to go in this third quarter. Down to Moss. Moss for 3 on the way. She already had 1. Shot no good. Rebound by Talley. Again, the same reasoning that Flaherty walked. They do it again here. Serena Short got it quickly for Bailey. Bailey shot up no good. No foul either. And rebound pulled out of there by Riverton. Long pass up in front for Nowlin. Back around. 3, steps into it for Parker, no good. And rebound cleared out of there by Jada. Throw it up inside for Short. Short from the left side, lost a handle on it, was knocked out of bounds by Moss. It'll stay with the Lady Trojans with 4:04 to go in the third. It's a good look by Valley. Smith inbound for Talley. Good post move with Talley. Shot no good. And then both people crash to the boards and end up knocking it out of bounds. Trojan, I think we're supposed to be pressing there and a little slow to get into it. Eventually somebody's got to step in there and take a charge. Instead, they escort Moss out of bounds. Simple hand gesture says move it to the, that's what you're not supposed to do, is go to the sideline, and coach says you're supposed to go to the middle of the floor. Just one hand. 3:50 to go in this third quarter. Smith on the left wing. Talley to Smith. Kinsey sets her feet, fire three on the way, off the glass and good. The bank is open for Kinsey Smith. Now 8 girls have scored for the Lady Trojans in their largest lead now. By 24, here's Talley. 3:23 to play. Smith, dump off inside, a little high for Bailey. She thought about going across the lane, doesn't. Wisely. High post for Talley. Back outside Valley, swinging around. Here's Smith, little runner on the way. No good, bank closed. And a foul going to be called on Brittany Bailey on the rebound. And she'll pick up her third personal foul.
Fouls on 21, Brittany Bailey, third personal, second half team foul, number 1.
Trojans do put some pressure on in the backcourt. They'll get it into Moss. She'll pick up her dribble and get it across the timeline here to Compton. The baseline is Nowlin, and she stepped out of bounds. I said this when we played Riverton on Monday, but I've been impressed by the fact that they just keep playing. They have not quit, and it would be very easy to do so. I wouldn't begrudge them 1 second if they do, because I've never been on a team that's 0-20, but I coached one that was 0-15. And it was no fun there down the stretch. But they just keep playing. So do my girls, by the way. .43-19 here, 2:18 to go in the third quarter. Good entry pass down inside. Off the glass, no good. And she'll shoot 2, Will Parker. She's 2 for 2 on the night from the charity stripe. Riverton has 2 points here in this third quarter with 2:13 to go in it. Parker trying to add to that. She does. In comes Whirl, in comes Sands. In comes Ferguson. Out goes Bailey, Short, and Smith. Parker rolls in the second. She's got all 4 of their third quarter points. 43-21 your score. It's a full. We'll take it. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Trojans Sub-State Basketball on Girard Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in Southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crawcan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
2:13 to go here in this third quarter. Lady Trojans lead at 43-21. Led by as many as 24. Trojans with it, moving from left to right. 2-minute mark, third quarter. Tally, good move. Good defense back behind, though, by Compton. Just kind of stole that one away as she was driving. Sands stride for stride with Compton. Here's a three from Parker on the way. That one just misses. And a rebound to be determined by Worrell, jump ball. And that's in favor of the Rams. I don't think the Lady Trojans have won a jump ball yet.
First one.
Yeah. Yep. Minute 44 to play. Inbound to the side. Here's Nowlin with it. She walked with it.
Walk, yep.
Back in the game for Girard, 32, Jalen Flaherty.
Can't tell if that's a grin or a grimace from Coach August. Probably a little bit of both. Flaherty on the right wing. Here's Worrell. Into the paint. Flaherty. Swiftly. Back to her. Just kind of working it. Skip pass for Sands. Good interception there by Flaherty. Here's Ferguson. Minute 4. Here's a three by Flaherty. Oh, he just missed it. And it's going to be a jump ball this time. It will be in favor of the Lady Trojans. We were joking with Kaylin before the game. And I was joking, warming up, and I said Kaylin Flaherty for three. And she goes, it's going to happen. That was drawn up for her.
That was close.
That was specifically to get her. That's why she came out here and intercepted that one. I think she thought that was hers, and Lady Trojans were waiting for it. She had a good look at it, just missed it. Just missed it. Sands on the right wing. Here's Worrell. She wants one. Three on the way from the corner. No good. And rebound pulled out of there by Nowlin. She's going to run with it. 43 seconds to go. Nowlin lost it. Osmus and JoJo work together to steal that one. Osmus will step through, scoop it. No good. That was good defense in transition by the Rams. And Osmus reaches in there, jump ball in favor of the Rams this time. That'll give the Lady Trojans a chance to press here with 31 seconds to play in the third quarter. Jenna Daniel going to check into the ballgame her first minutes, the freshman. One of two people on the bench for Riverton. And a walk by Parker. They'll give it back to the Trojans. They can work for the final shot here of the quarter. 26.6 seconds to play in it. .17 seconds to play. Elbow, Worrell, Ferguson, back to Drake. Here's Sands. She'll pull the trigger, top of the key, on the way, good! Gabby Sands knocks down her first three. Lady Trojans had two of them in that quarter. One from Smith, one from her, and the Trojans lead it 46-21 after three. Final quarter coming your way next on your home for Girard High School Athletics, Girard Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Here we go, final quarter of play in Girard. Trojans lead at 46-21. Chance to move on to the semifinals of this Class 4A sub-state there at Caney. Valley going to step into the paint. Probably got away with a walk. I think she knew it and threw it away. Thompson poked out by Valley. She's pretty good at stopping fast breaks. She's just faster than the break.
Fast, yeah.
Coach takes a timeout for whatever reason, 12 seconds into this fourth quarter. We will take it along with him. It's a full. We're back in 30. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
It may be cold outside, but you can stay warm and cozy inside with help from D-Rail Commodity. Replace your flooring today with the area's largest selection of in-stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. We have a great selection of furniture, including mattresses and sofa sets. And if you need a recliner, this is the place to be. Now is a great time to shop at D-Rail Commodity Flooring and Furniture, with stores in Brazelton and Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
46-21, Lady Trojans do lead here in this first round game of this Class 3A sub-state. Take a look at that sub-state bracket and see the Lady Trojans the number 1 seed. They await the winner of Cherryville and Caney Valley. We'll try to do some work here in between games to get some scores perhaps, but Lady Trojans hope to get a chance to play somebody new and then let those other 4 teams on the bottom side of that bracket beat themselves up to get to that championship game. We'll have it with you coming up on Thursday. If Lady Trojan can hold on here, I would fully expect them to do so. Back underway, Riverton with the basketball. Parker, and another walk.
Wasn't sure what they're going to call there for a second.
Simultaneous whistles, dueling whistles, and they both were on the same page, I believe. (46-21). Trojans not eclipse that 30-point mark, which is an automatic running clock. Here's Bailey up off the glass and good. Really, I don't believe it gotten on the board yet. So good to get her on there and add to that score total of Lady Trojans. Up the floor now and gets past Bailey. Baseline jumper on the way, bounced off, no good. Caitlin Flaherty's got 12 points, and she's probably pushing double-digit rebounds as well. She's just had a bunch of them. Smith, backside, Bailey, knocked out of her hands by Compton, into the hands of Parker, and a good stop there by Cameron Compton. She'll put it on the deck and get bumped off her trajectory by Smith. Back around, step up for Gibson. Back around they go. Compton denied, loose ball. Smith comes out of there with it. Poked out of there, I think, by Short. Here's Jada. She wants to do it herself this time. Up and good. She's been pretty unselfish tonight. That time she does it on her own. 50-21. Gibson, baseline, Flaherty, Parker. Shot no good, but she is fouled by Serena Short. Lady Trojans 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 girls scoring. Parker at the free throw line. She's 4 of 4. Hasn't missed tonight. She'll remain that way. Here comes Olivia Cullen. In comes Michaela Osmus. In comes Tori Thomas for the Lady Trojans as well. Out goes Smith, out goes Tally. Or out goes Valley, rather, and out goes Flaherty. First missed free throw of the night for Parker. Blocked by Olivia Cullen. Jump ball. That'll be in favor of the Lady Rams. Inbound to Nowlan, threw it away. Mawson's back with it. She'll drive on Thomas to the corner. Shot up, no good. And rebound by Bailey. Bailey to Osmus. Osmus trying to go. That was tipped. It was tipped. Yep, that Mackside official saw it. Guy running with it was not in a great position to see that because he was in front of that play, but looking right down the barrel of it. And they get it right. Thomas to inbound for the Lady Trojans. 6:04 to go. Inbound Colin. Bailey. One dribble. Push up. Shot no good, but she is fouled. And Britley will go to the free throw line to shoot two. 61% free throw shooter is Bailey. And the first one's up. All but in and then out. Clock stop with 6 seconds to play in this ball game. Missed them both. And on the right side for Parker. Here's a three on the way by Nowlin, no good. Rebound nearly pulled out of there by Bailey, and then knocked out of her hands, out of bounds off of the Lady Rams, and back to the Trojans it goes. 5:39 to go. Osmus going to bring it across the timeline. She'll put it on the deck, drive, kick. Thomas, back around they go. Reset here with Osmus. Tori Thomas for three on the way, no good. Knocked around, loose ball, to be determined. Colin comes out of there with it. She throws it out just to keep it alive. And they'll reset here with 5:12 to go in the ball game. Thomas again from the corner again. This time it's good. Tori Thomas knocks it down. 10 girls in the scoring column. Should have a running clock here from out. Trojans up by 31. Into the paint. Kick. Parker with it. She'll drive. Just going to be a charge. She had maybe just gotten over there close enough to get that foot down. It was real close. And maybe more player control than it was even her setting up. Taking the charge for Olivia Colin. 4.5 to go here in the ball game. Trojans going to move on to that sub-state semifinal on Thursday. Play the winner of Cherryville. Host Katy Valley. Dump off inside. Colin, good move. Trying to fall is Parker. Colin gets it back. She scores. Colin gets on the board as well. Under 4 to play. We have a boys game coming up in just a little bit on the backside of a doubleheader. Trojans fortunate to get to host both teams in one night. Everybody else is playing girls on Monday, boys on Tuesday. That ball nearly knocked out of bounds by the Rams, but it'll stay with the Lady Trojans here with 3:35 to go. There's Thomas left wing. High post for Colin. Dump off Bailey. Good look. That high low again. Up with the left hand. Good. Bailey. 55-22. Lady Trojans won the other night, 61-22 against this Rams team. In the lane, good play. Ooh, that was almost a block by Colin. Let's say maybe a little bit of contact. It was good to go straight up and down and keep her hand there and not come whacking down. But it does send Parker back to the free throw line. Daphne Parker going to lead them in scoring again. She's the only one who scored in the second half. She's missed her last two free throws as well. They had 17 points at halftime.
Doing well.
They have 5 here in this second half, all from Parker. And made her first 5 free throws and missed her last 2. That time she'll get off the schneid a little bit. 55-23. Short on the right wing. Off to Thomas on the left side. Wide open get. Again, 3, no good. And nearly saved by Talley, but it'll go out of bounds off of the Lady Trojans. And it will go back to the Rams. Here's Moss. Nearly stolen away. Trojans still playing defense. That went off the leg of Serena Short, and it'll stay with the Rams. We're with 1:46 to play. And counting. Got our Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance postgame show coming your way in just a little bit. We'll recap this. We'll talk to Coach Urlacher and then get ready to go in that boys game on the pregame show. Trojan men, the number 2 seed. Again, I guess my assessment that was going to be a little more competitive than this one.
I think so,
It was the other night for sure. For as rough as the Rams are basketball-wise, he's a steal by Talley. Brooklyn with a right-hand finish. Starts with defense. And she's on the board. I think everybody who's played tonight has scored now in this ball game. There's Collins. She drops one. Good pass by Short in the finish. That was really well done. 57-23. I was getting ready to say, for as rough as it's been basketball-wise, they're getting ready to start softball, and they're a juggernaut and have been for some time. It's just fascinating how one sport has struggled so mightily. Off right side for Short. Back around, Thomas. Again, she'll step into a 3. Good! For Tori Thomas. Normally you wouldn't want them shooting threes when you've made 40, but Thomas just doesn't get to play. Hadn't played a whole lot, but she stuck it out 4 years and let him have fun. Parker's going to get fouled. That'll do it. They're going to give her the bucket and the foul. So we're going to get one more. The game's over. Yep. Count the bucket. Game's over. 64-25. And Parker's still the only one who scored. And Lady Trojans will move on to play in a semifinal game coming up on Thursday. Again, don't know if game time's on those yet, but we will pass those along. My guess is if Caney Valley wins their game against Cherryville, they would be the night game. Would be the last game on Thursday because they'll have the home team be the final game. But follow us on Facebook. Make sure you check it out. We'll update you on those as those come across. The Lady Trojans do their part tonight as they will move on in this sub-state with a win, 64-25 over Riverton. We'll come back and talk about it as we kick off the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance. That last shot by Tori Thomas, our hit of the game, brought to you by Bradshaw Collision Repair. If a deer ends up tackling your car or some other critter, hits it like she just knocked down a couple of threes in that fourth quarter, take it to Bob Bradshaw. And Bradshaw Collision Repair offers refinishing, paintless dent repair, glass replacement, more. Let Bradshaw Collision Repair get you back in the game. Call 620-724-7300. And this is the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance postgame show. Leah bringing 10 years of industry experience back to her hometown. Call 620-724-4590. Proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans. Talk about this when we return on the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance postgame show on Girard Sports Live. Your local Farmers Insurance agent in Girard is Leah Smith. Leah is excited to bring more than 10 years industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri back to her hometown. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options, whether it's auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more. Give Leah Smith a call today at 620-670-4590. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans. Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, grid and soil sampling, custom and variable rate application, and more. Raise the bar and make this year the most profitable yet. To learn more, visit them online at girardcoop.com or call the Agronomy Center at 620-724-8372. Producers Co-op, working for you.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about My Mobile Money and mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Back in here on the Leah Smith Agency postgame show. Farmers Insurance, BJ Harris, Dale Sherman, as we wrap up here on the girls' side of things. The Lady Trojans win it 64-25. And that's why I have multiple pins. I'm fumble them around a little bit. 64-25 final score in this one. Lady Trojans do win it. Started out leading 4-0. Trojans did trail, believe it or not, in this game briefly. 4:59 mark of the first quarter. They fell behind 5-4. Got it back right immediately, 6-5. Never trailed again. Just continued to grow their lead. Led by 9 after 1. Led by 19 at halftime. And just continued to pour it on them. Went over that 30-point mark midway through the fourth quarter and cruised to victory in this one by 39, 64-25. Final totals, final stats brought to you by the Bender on 7. And everyone's headed to the Bender for another great post-game celebration. Grab your friends and head to the Bender for a late-night snack and some fun. Bender on 7, Girard's favorite hangout. Dine in or call out for a carry-out, 620-724-4860. Leading them in scoring and tied for all scores was Daphne Parker. She had 12. She had all of their second-half points, which were modest, 9 points, and she had all 9 of them, I believe, in that second half. And then 7 points for Lexi Nolan, 4 points for Mia Moss, and 2 points for Cameron Compton. The dichotomy, the juxtaposition of this score sheet to the next score sheet is fascinating. In that the Lady Trojans, coach was telling me here off the air, they can suit 12 by Keisha rules, and all 12 scored. 12 points was the total for the leading scorer in this ballgame, Kaylin Flaherty. She came this close to having 15, Coach, but she had 12 in this game. 8 points for Jada Valley, and here we go. All 12 of them scored. 6 points from Tori Thomas, 6 points from Serena Short, 6 points from Drake Worrell, 5 points from Gabby Sands, 4 points from Brittany Bailey, 4 points from Olivia Cullen, 4 points from JoJo Ferguson, 4 points from Michaela Osmus, 3 points from Kenzie Smith, and 2 points from Brooklyn Talley for the Lady Trojans as 12 get in the scorebook tonight. Just a phenomenal effort by the Lady Trojans here tonight. 64-25, the final score. They move on to that semifinal game. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back and talk to the head coach of the Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, on the Leah Smith Agency postgame show on Girard Sports Live.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Back on the Leah Smith Agency postgame show here on Girard Sports Live. Lady Trojans move on to the semifinals, 64-25 winners over Riverton. Joining us now, the head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker. And Coach, that score box tells you everything. This was a full team effort. You guys, they played unselfishly, really good ball movement, probably as good as we've seen all year. It looked like that was part of the game plan, and they executed it. And to play a team twice and win by 30 or 40 points like you did and come out here and do it again, that's tough.
Yeah, wanted to send these seniors out well, and man, I can't remember many nights that I don't know that I've ever had 12 people in the scorebook like tonight, and just shows you how much of a team these kids have become. They've worked the defensive game plan every single night without fail, and it's starting to look like the offense is starting to come around as far as execution as well, being patient. We had rules in place tonight of so many passes, kind of like the old Hoosiers or whatever, but so many passes before we shoot, and they followed it to perfection. And To touch on, you were talking there about Kaylin almost with 15. It's kind of been a running joke all the way along throughout her career. She's been wanting to show me that she can shoot the three, and she looked at me tonight there in the third quarter, and she goes, "Hey, Coach, how big of trouble would I be in if I shot one?" And so we actually, towards the end of that third quarter, ran a play for her to do that. So we came close, but
we might have some blame on that because her and I were talking about it before the game. I was joking and doing some play-by-play, Kaylin Flaherty for three, and she goes, "Oh, it's going to happen someday." And we didn't know today was the day, but as good a chance as any. And she had a good look at it, nearly knocked it down. As you look at your team, and I know how you like to prepare and have a game plan for everybody on their roster, imagine preparing for your team right now with the depth you're going in. And Serena Short, somebody you got to have a plan for because of her athleticism, her speed. Brooklyn Talley, somebody you got to have a plan for as you come into play because of how fire up she gets in there. And so as that next opponent comes down the line and they see the score total, they got to have a game plan for you guys.
Yeah, and it's hard to, just me looking, and I always do look at it, of how would I guard us? And, especially the Serenas and the Brooklyns, that's really been the key to our success this year, I think, more than anything else, is right as the other team's starting to get fatigued, we have 3 or 4 players come in.
Right.
And those 3 or 4 players are super athletic, and they run the court well, and that's where we steal those transition buckets. Having the ability to get some transition buckets so big, especially with our struggles that we've had sometimes in the half court.
Coach, congratulations. A good win here. Number 1 seed. You move on to that semifinal game, and we await your opponent. I guess we'll know by the end of the night who that might be, but a good win here and come out and continue to keep it rolling.
Yeah, hey, either team, heard quite a bit about them already. Either team's going to be a super tough opponent to play, and we'll develop a game plan. We got a little bit of time here to orchestrate that, and hopefully we'll come back out on Thursday night, and I'll be happy with the results if we perform like we did tonight.
All right, Coach, appreciate your time. Good luck on Thursday.
Thank you.
Head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, joining us here on the Leah Smith Agency postgame show here on Girard Sports Live. Lady Trojans moved to 14-6 on the season, moved to 1-0 on the sub-state, and that's all that matters here in this season, as it's one and done at this point of the year. Lady Trojans win it over the Rams 64-25. That's going to do it for our Leah Smith Agency postgame show. Coach's interview brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. Community National Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Girard schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. And it's time to kick off that Community National Bank and Trust pregame show, as the Trojan men are out there warming up right now, even as we speak, as they get ready to go in their ball game, as they take on this Riverton Rams team. Again, the Trojans have beat them twice already this year. Trojans are the number 2 seed in this sub-state tournament. Girard is the CNC champions as well, with an overtime victory over Baxter Springs last Thursday. Trojans are 16-3 on the year, 10-2 in the CNC. The Rams are 9-11 and 3-9 in their CNC action. The Rams are the number 7 seed in this sub-state tournament, and the Rams are coming off a close loss to Baxter Springs last Tuesday, 54-50. This is the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. As you look in there, all the Trojan men. Of course, Girard Sports Live is presented by Crawcan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get Gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas. Learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Crawcan has to offer at ckt.net. Up next, we're going to hear from the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott. And we continue here on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. While you're there, be sure to ask about My Mobile Money and mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard schools. Go Trojans!
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in Southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crawcan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Ag Choice of Hempler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
When I wake up in the morning, love, the sunlight hurts my eyes. Then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day.
Welcome back to the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show here on Girard Sports Live. BJ Harris along with. Welcome back to Community National Bank and Trust pregame show here on Girard Sports Live. BJ Harris along with you as we get set for the backside of our high school basketball doubleheader tonight here in this Class 3A Sub-State. First game of Sub-State as the Girard Trojans welcome in the Riverton Rams. And Coach, boy, it feels like we just played this team almost a week ago, right? It kind of feels that way, but a lot's happened since then, obviously, with you guys playing 3 games in 4 days. The latest was a dramatic win and an outright CNC title as you beat Baxter Springs on your home floor last Thursday night. That was a fantastic ball game as you went back and kind of looked at that one. What allowed you guys to kind of tie things up at halftime? You tied things up in regulation and then won it in overtime.
You know, had lots of opportunities. Anytime you look at an overtime game, you do have opportunities that, you know, you wish you could take advantage of. And unfortunately, we went to the overtime, didn't get a very good look there at the end of regulation. But a lot of that was due to them. They switched their defenses up on us. We didn't recognize it quite in time, so got to give them some kudos there. But it's one of those things, you go back and you watch film, and it's never as good as you thought it was, and it's never as bad as you thought it was. So in this case, you know, I come off thinking we played really well. We went back and watched film, and really didn't feel like we probably played as well as what we're capable. So, you know, we can take a lot from that game. It was a big game. Hopefully it'll give us some momentum going into the season.
Yeah, this is a team with Baxter Springs. You got to pick your poison a little bit. They've got some guys that can play, and you had one that beat you pretty handily whenever you guys played back in that first matchup with the Reese kid, and then you were able to kind of keep him quiet, but then here comes Trey White. So in a game like that where you've got to approach it, and I know teams have to do the same thing to you, pick your poison, how do you decide what to do with, and how were you able to kind of keep him quiet in that ball game?
You know, the first time we played them, I thought he really hurt us in transition. And we did a much better job of keeping them out of transition this last game, to give ourselves an opportunity to be in the game late there. And I thought that was probably the biggest difference. But, yeah, you're right. We did not do a very good job on Trey. He got loose on us, hit some threes in transition. I just kind of countering myself there because he did hit some threes in transition. But, you know, that's something if we do see them again, then it's going to be a battle. It'll be a chess match again. But Cotter kids reacted well to what we tried to do the other night, and, you know, we were fortunate to come out on top.
On to Riverton tonight again. You know, coaches just always have that issue when you get ready to play a team for the third time in a season. In this case, won again just a week after in that last matchup with them. You know, I think energy was a little bit of an issue in that game for you guys. It was just kind of a rough night all in all, but able to still get the win. As you look at playing the Rams the third time, what's it going to take to get that victory?
Yeah, they're a scary team. You know, they're playing probably as well as they've played all year right now. They played us really tough there last week, and then they turned around and played Baxter. I think they were up 4 points with 2 minutes left to go in the game. So they're shooting the ball extremely well right now, and they've always been sound defensively. You know, so it's one of those things. We got to come play our game, not reinvent the wheel or anything. We just got to come out and play our game and make sure we do the little things right, and hopefully everything else will take care of itself. Then.
All right, Coach. Should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. Good luck tonight against the Rams as we try to move on in Sub-State.
All right. Thanks, BJ.
Head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott, joining us here on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. We'll step away, take a quick break. Still to come, keys of the game, starting lineup, opening tip-off here from Girard, the Trojans, and the Rams tonight on Girard Sports Live.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Mathis Drugstore Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drugstore, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time the last person hears it. In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It cannot be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and print, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You. Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
Looking on the Riverton Rams here, Trojans' opponent for this first round matchup. Again, the Trojans are the number 2 seed in this sub-state. The Rams are the number 7 seed. Trojan boys are going to come out of the locker room as well. They'll flip it around over there and take a look at those guys as they do their final preparations in this game. Winner will move on to the sub-state semifinal. Lady Trojans have already punched their ticket for the sub-state semifinal as they will await the winner of Caney and Cherryville. Those two teams just tipped off. Those girls' games all started at 7 tonight. And so let's take a look at our area matchups brought to you by our friends at Bumper to Bumper, formerly Brenneman Auto Parts. Bumper to Bumper has been serving the Girard area since 1935. Come in and talk with Willie if you're in the need for belts, Bosch brake pads, Wicks filters, Tompkin bearings, and so much more. Bumper to Bumper, 101 East Prairie Street in Girard. And we looked at the girls' bracket, look at the boys' bracket here. In the sub-state, they're all playing tomorrow. And except for the Trojans, they do get to play tonight, but it'll be Baxter Springs and Frontenac. That's a dangerous matchup for the Baxter Springs Lions. Cherryville and Galena. And then Caney and Columbus, the other side of that. Girls have just moved on. Last look in it just started. Cherryville lead Caney 8-7 in that one. 2 minutes to go before halftime. Our last update in that Baxter Springs and Galena girls game. And Baxter led that one handily 23-8. So it looks like they're going to be able to take work of their game tonight if everything holds right there. Those are your area matchups brought to you by Bumper to Bumper. Shot of the game brought to you by Kim Kravitz Photo. Kim Kravitz Photo is a boutique photography studio specializing in senior pictures, sports photography. Let Kim capture your memories. Learn more at kimkravitzphoto.com. And Kim's photo the other night, again, Dylan Collins leading the charge. He's either got tongue out or the mouthpiece halfway out of his mouth, and there he goes up the floor. That was when they played Riverton back last Monday. And here we are 1 week later with a lot more on the line here in this game tonight. That's Kim Kravitz Photo. Starting lineups brought to you by, somehow starting lineups ended up on my sheet. Good job, partner.
That a kid.
Starting lineups brought to you by the Jagged Edge. Trojans will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Stylists Carla Sands, Robin Hawkins, or Eva Vietti will have you looking your very best for your next big game. Make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500. First up for the Rams, 9-11, 3-9 on the season. It'll be 12. Carson Shockley, he's a senior. Number 13, Tyler Zustiak, a senior. Number 22, Bryce Johnson, a junior. Number 30, Carter Brown, a junior. And number 42, Matt Teal, a senior. They're coached by Bronson Shockey. Are the Rams for the Trojans. It'll be number 4, Ryder Worrell, 5'11", junior. Ryder is averaging on the season 11.3 points per ball game. He shoots over 80% from the free throw line. Caleb Muya, 6'3", senior, averaging 23.3 points per ball game. And he is coming off a 24-point performance, right at his average, against Baxter Springs on Thursday. Number 12, Dylan Collins, a 6'1" senior. Dylan averages 6.3 points per ball game, 63% free throw shooter. Number 50, Evan Troike, a 5'10" senior, 7.3 points per ball game. And Evan is a distributor extraordinaire. Number 55, Carter Doherty, a 6'5" senior, 8.5. Carter, good to see him get off the schneid the other night against Baxter Springs. He had a couple of pretty rough ball games. And the Trojans need him to play very well. Other update in that game, Columbus and, who do we say?
Frontenac.
Columbus leading that one 20-16. Again, we've got that girl down inside that it's a tough matchup for about anybody. Opening tip-off is always brought to you by Leverett Ceramics, 503 West Maple in Girard. Stop by Leverett Ceramics if you're in need for some gift ideas. Sign up for classes as well. Leverett Ceramics. Get creative when it comes to gift buying. Call Leverett Ceramics at 620-724-8442. Caleb Muya at center court going to leap against Matt Teal. And opening tip going to be won by the Trojans. I think they've won all but one maybe this year. So they'll have this first possession. These two teams saw each other last Monday. Trojans won at 48-40, but they had to work for it a little bit. Trojans maybe got a little complacent. Here's a three by Ryder Worrell just off the mark. Rebound, though, pulled out of there by Troike. He'll keep it alive. He'll go baseline, up and under, off the glass, and good. I bet you can count on one hand the number of games Evan Troike started the game scoring. He likes to distribute and get things out, but he saw that opening on the baseline. On the left side for Carson Shockley. Bryce Johnson, who was the guy that they had a hard time stopping. He got going in the second half the other night against the Trojans, and they, I'm guessing, have a little bit better game plan for Johnson this time around. They do. They put Troike on him. That's a better game plan. Off left side for Zustiak. He'll go left side for Brown. Carter Brown off to Teal. Back around. There's Brown, three on the way, and good. You have to get a hand in his face. He can hit that three. We talked about that in that last game. And 6:40 to go, Trojans trail. Off left side for Collins. Brown and Collins are the matchup. Those two worked on it. Troike for three, good. Evan Troike, I guarantee you can count on one hand how many times he started out on a 5-0 run. And Evan knocks down the triple. Trojans back in front. Here's Brown. Muya going to pick him up. They switched. Johnson back over to Zustiak. Here left side, Shockley. He'll put it on the deck. Stopped. Hand in his face from Doherty. Off the glass. No good. Rebound for Worrell. He wants to run with it. Carter Doherty leading the charge out in front. They'll get back on defense. That's got to be the name of the game for the Rams. Any team playing the Trojans is transition D. Here's Collins. Baseline. Last one more extra pass. That is very unselfish basketball there by Dylan Collins. The Trojans lead at 7-3, 5:44 to go in this first quarter. Brown. Did somebody say shoot it?
Yeah. I looked back there and she gave me that evil eye and I was like, ooh.
Carter Brown shoots it, does what mom tells him to, and out of bounds off of the Rams. He was 7 feet behind the three-point line. Shoot it.
After that look, I'm not looking back again, BJ, so.
Shoot it.
Wow. I've seen that look before.
He's going to be on the bench. She'll be yelling, shoot it. Off left side for Collins. Worrell. Off to Troike. Here's Muya. They're singling Caleb with Johnson. I'm sure there's responsibilities to help. We'll give and go. Here's Worrell. He'll go try to go past Zustiak. Can't. Collins steps back. Deep. On the way. No good. And rebound pulled out of there by Zustiak. Trojans back on defense. 4:47. Dump off inside Teal. Carter goes big. Teal goes around him. Just nearly got there. Couldn't get the rebound, though. Shockley will clear it for Riverton. Back outside for Zustiak. Over to Shockley on the left side. Guarded by Worrell. Poked out of there by Troike. He jumped it. Does so good with help defense. Ryder, little runner, no good. Rebound, Muya. Caleb steps through everybody. Scoops with the right hand, good. 9-3, Trojans lead it. Trojans in the midst of a 7-0 run right now after falling behind 3-2 on the three-point bucket by Carter Brown. Here's Zustiak. Teal to Brown. He'll put it on the deck. Drive. Blocked by Doherty from behind on the baseline. Blocked by Muya. Back-to-back blocked by the Trojans. Leading the charge. Here's Collins. He'll lay it up. Can't get it to go. Doherty's running the floor. Carter, he'll follow. And shot's going to be no good. He's going to be fouled, I think, on the floor. How about the back-to-back blocks? One by Carter, one by Caleb. And then Caleb and Carter leading the charge going the other way. Dylan Collins couldn't quite get the run out. That would have been phenomenal. Foul's going to be called against Teal, his first. Team foul number 1. Out goes Shockley. Into the ball game comes Isaac Welch. Trojans will inbound underneath their own basket. Muya to get it into Worrell. Ryder dump off inside Troike. Back to him he goes. Out around midcourt. 3:35 to go first quarter. Trojans lead by 7, their largest. Here's Troike. And he's going to be fouled by Welch. Evan would have rather had the shot, I think.
Looked like continuation to me. I don't know.
We're going to call it on the floor, though. Welch will pick up his first personal foul. Team foul number 2. Troike to try to get it in. He'll throw it in high for Muya. Caleb goes up, working on Johnson. Over the top of him, good. Just a try to stop me play. 9-0 run by the Trojans. 3:21 to play. Trojans need another stop. I bet you get a timeout by Coach Shockey. Here's Zustiak. Off right side for Johnson. Here's Welch. Working against Worrell. Drew Brown. Teal. Kick. Brown. Johnson. Zustiak. Good recovery there defensively. They got a nice back screen and nearly had it open, but Collins able to work through that screen. 2:53 to go here in the first quarter. Here's Zustiak. He'll drive. Off the glass. No good. Brown got beyond. Got to have better back block out than that. And Brown has all 5 of their points. Stops a 9-0 run. 2:36 to go first quarter. Muya. Off to Worrell. Backside. Muya. Didn't quite have a good grip on it, I don't think. That had a little mustard on it. Coming from Ryder Worrell. Zustiak to Johnson. Chance for them to get back-to-back buckets. Brown working on Muya. And a foul going to be called on Caleb. If I'm Coach Shockey, I'm recognizing that right now. They're going to call that. I would do it every time. Make Caleb play defense off the ball a little bit. It'll be his first, team first. Out goes Collins. Out goes Doherty. In comes Lallemand. In comes Henderson for the Trojans. Johnson's going to check out. Zustiak comes out as well.
Ooh, going to warn him.
I think he was out of his box. Coach Shockey was. Here's Brown on the left wing. Order. Oh, there's a charge. They're going to call the charge. Near side official calls that one. Troike setting up in there. That was close. That bucket went down as well. And here come the Trojans. 11-5. Under 2 to play. We in the first. Henderson Muya, Caleb, off to Lallman. Trojans doing good to move the basketball around. Here's Muya, singled that close. He's going to take it. You know it. Off the glass, it's going to be fouled. It's going to be called on Caleb Reagan, who's just checked to the ball game. His first, team 3 or 4. And Caleb to the free throw line for his first free throw shots of this ball game. That was, again, he had 24 points the other night and was 6 of 9 from the free throw line as well. He misses that one. Out goes Welch. In comes Johnson for the Rams. Minute 39 to go, first quarter. 11-5 your score. Trojans up. They've led by as many as 8 in this first quarter. And Caleb gets it back right. 12-5. Approaching the 90-second mark of this first quarter. Off the Johnson left wing. Welch. A little help from Brown backing in on Muya. Good defense by Caleb. Going the other way. 1-on-3. Like my odds. Up and good. My goodness. 14-5. Trojans' largest lead now is 9. 1:01 to play. Welch throws up a prayer, no good. Knocked in the hands of Muya. Caleb to Whirl. Ryder, he just goes and crosses him over. Right past Shockley. Timeout. Riverton. Trojans up by 11. We'll take it with them. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Under 50 seconds to play here in this first quarter. Trojans' largest lead now, here by 11. Get a play in for Shockley. He couldn't get off. Trojans cover him up. They do get a switch. A 3-second violation going to be called as well. You wouldn't be necessarily wrong if you thought maybe the Rams right now are thinking we're getting housed because it's some things are going wrong their way. That charge call, kind of a 50-50 call, 3-second violation. Coach gets a warning for being out of his box, and so tough luck perhaps. Into the ball game as Trevor Parsons, his first minutes. He had good minutes. Foul going to be called against Evan, I think moving through a screen. Shoiky will pick up his first personal foul, team foul number 2. Vocal fan base. Not in Cherokee County anymore. Be careful. Off right side. Here's Johnson. Catching by Shockley. Dribbles around. Gabe Muya. Little run with the right hand. Good. Shockley gets late. Trojans going to have to fire one. No look at the time. Shoiky from deep. I don't think Evan had an idea what the time was. And the Rams are going to end this quarter with a little bit of momentum on the shot by Shockley. After one, Trojans lead it. We're back in one. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent in Girard is Leah Smith. Leah is excited to bring more than 10 years industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri back to her hometown. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options, whether it's auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more. Give Leah Smith a call today at 620-670-4590. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans. Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, grid and soil sampling, custom and variable rate application, and more. Raise the bar and make this year the most profitable yet. To learn more, visit them online at girardcoop.com or call the Agronomy Center at 620-724-8372. Producers Co-op, working for you.
Here we go, second quarter. Girard Trojans lead right now by 9. They've led by as many as 11 in this first half as we start the second quarter. Rams with the basketball, moving from left to right. Zustiak kick and just air melded over the top of Parsons, his intended receiver. Trojans will get it. Rams are thinking about picking him up here at half court, just manning up. To the Rams' credit, they've stuck to their man defense. That's not a lot of teams have been willing to do that to the Trojans. Here's Troike in the paint. Evan just over the top of Shockley, good. Evan Evans really good first half offensively. He's got 7 points already. He only averages 7 a game. Off the left side for Johnson. Zustiak to Brown. In front by 11 for the Trojans. Here's Johnson working on Troike. Zustiak, there's help from Troike again. He kind of came too far off Johnson. Then he strips it from behind him. You watch Evan, and Coach says he just plays such good help defense, and he'll get way out of position, but he's fast enough to recover. Zustiak uncovered. Rebound Muya, and Caleb wants to run with it. He'll go into the paint. Stops, up and under. Good Lord, man. How did he do that? 13 points. He was 6'4", then he was 4'4". And they're going to get it again. A charge. Evans second. Foul's called on Bryce Johnson. Went back and maybe watched some Eric Wilson film. Eric could take a charge anywhere, anytime. And Evans picked up 2 in a really good first half for him so far. Trojans lead by 13. 6:33 to play here in this first half. Troike out high, working against Shockley. Collins at the free throw line over to Worrell. Troike, Trojans quickly over to Collins, gets a good look at one on the way, no good. Rebound Doherty, he'll give way for Troike, he'll pull it back. Will Evan nearly jumped, that's dangerous pass. One more off and a dunk from the baseline. The extra pass from Ryder Roy's had a couple of good dishes as Ryder. Caleb's at double figures now with 11, 22-7. Trojans' largest lead now is 15. 5:49 to go first half. Shockley on the right wing. Baseline, good close out there. They'll throw it back and get another chance out of here with Johnson. Running is Brown. Spinning, good move there by Carter Brown. He's got 7. 22-9. Stops another run by the Trojans. Collins, he'll elevate over the top. Lots of contact. Shot no good, though. And rebound pulled out of there by Shockley. Here come the Rams. Up in front for Brown. He'll blow past Caleb. Caleb lucky not to get a foul. Shot up no good. And a good defensive effort again by Carter Doherty. Teal's having a hard time with him. Caleb crossing over, slashing. Leaner on the way. No good. They're going to say it's on the floor. And it will stay with the Trojans. Team foul number 6 on the Rams. Foul's called on Johnson, his second in a row. Zustiak checks out. In comes Max Morrow. There's a 3 by Worrell, up and good. 25-9 rather. 4:46 to go. Johnson, kick, Shockley, point blank, good. He's got 5. 25-12. 4.5 to go in the first half, second quarter. Carter, back to Troike. Evan, slashing, so fast. Block. Rams are going to go nuts. The fact that it's Evan making the shot and one, and he's gotten 2 charge calls. One, that last one, I will give it to you, is probably questionable. The natives were already restless back here behind us. Troike's in double figures now or nearly double figures. He can make one, get it there. He's got 9 points with this and one. Coach Shockey gets his probably last warning. Troike, he's got 10. 28-12, Trojans. Largest lead now is 16. Welch back into the ball game. Here's Johnson. He'll pull the trigger. That time got a good look at one. Couldn't get it to go. It was all but in. Caleb going to do it himself again, perhaps. He'll stop. Nearly lost it. I'll go the way of the walk. Troike, he'll go in the paint. Last chance. Up for Muya. No good, but he is fouled. And Caleb will go to the free throw line to shoot, too. And if that's Johnson, that's his 4th. Holy mackerel. I missed the 3rd one, I guess, and he got his 4th just like that. He was their leading scorer against the Trojans back last Monday. Trojans didn't really have an answer for him at times. And now he's got 4 fouls with 3:56 to go in the second quarter. Muya, free throw line. Catch the front iron, rolls in. 2 for 3 on the night from the stripe. Out goes Brown. Back in comes Cade Riggin. Zustiak came in to replace Johnson, who just has a 1,000-yard stare on his face as he sits on the end of the bench. Muya made them both. 30-12. 3:51 to play in this opening half. Morrow off left side for Zustiak. Here's Welch. Shockley, Whirl working on him. Good hands there. Welch trying to shake and bake. Good luck. On the right side to the corner for Zustiak. Close out there by Muya, and then Welch goes up into the stands. Back to the Trojans. They threw it away. Good defense by the Trojans. Man-to-man on their part, too. And it's been straight man for both teams, I think, in this first half. And it's working for one. Whirl picks up his dribble, needs some help. He'll get it. Maybe got away with a walk. Muya at the free throw line. They'll pull it back out and reset. Carter backing his way in. Up and good. Trojans lead by 20. In this first half, they have come out with some fire tonight. They were flat as could be a week ago on Monday when they played this Rams team in an empty gym. Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium coming to support. It's been a dominant ball game. That's the second block of the game for Doherty. Troike never did have possession of that game. Kicks it over to Collins. He'll elevate, lift it a little short. And Dylan a little cold tonight. One of the few black marks here so far on this ball game. Off left side for Welch. Morrow working on Collins, and a foul going to be called on Dylan. Dylan will check out his first personal. Henderson will come in for him. Off right side, Zustiak, little pump fake. Good job by Zane not to go chase it. Brown will go baseline, lost his footing, and he walked with it. 2:02 to go, second quarter. 32-12, Trojans lead it. UK State kicks off pretty soon, if not already.
Go Cats.
That's right. Muya off the glass, good, and the foul, his second and one. And Caleb, 15 points already here in this first half. You can tell things are going good. I haven't heard that big old bark come from Rod Westcott. Maybe but one time. Caleb misses the and one. Brown will lead the charge, gets past Henderson, elevates from the free throw line, shot no good. Henderson hit the deck. Rebound by Troike. Evan himself up, good. My goodness, Evan Troike. Somebody ate their Wheaties today offensively. He has had tremendous confidence from the offensive center of the floor. And Shockey going to take a timeout for the Rams as he feels things kind of slipping away a little bit already here in this first half. Minute 18 to go in the half. Trojans lead at 36-12, putting it on the Rams. We're back in one. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season. Paoni Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Paoni DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Paoni has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Paoni Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to paonidental.com. Find us fast in names and numbers.
Rams call a timeout, trying to keep this thing from completely getting out of control with momentum. Zustiak will get into the paint. Ball lost in the backcourt. I think they're going to say it was tipped. They're correct in saying so. Muya working on Brown. Brown, good look there, but just a little bit too hard in and out of the hands of Teal. And back to the Trojans it goes. Trojans in the midst of an 11-0 run right now. They had a 9-0 run in that first quarter. 51 seconds to go. Henderson on the right side. Doherty. Here's Logan Thomas, his first minutes of the night. Thomas, or Muya rather, off to Henderson. Here's Thomas. Based on Shockley. Side for Worrell. There's a good look. Nice move without the ball for Logan Thomas. Can't finish. Just had maybe a little bit of a tip there as he went to the glass. And a foul going to be called on Ryder Worrell. That'll be his first. 15.9 seconds to play, and they foul there. It'll be inbound here for the Rams. Here comes Isaac Welch. Get it into him on the left side. 10 seconds. Here's Zustiak working on Thomas. Try to go up. Missed it. Rebound. Trojans get a chance at one. For Doherty, he'll throw it out for Thomas. 2 seconds. Thomas will set his feet. Fire three. Oh, just missed it. Had a good look at one, did the youngster. For the Trojans in the first half on a 11-0 run. Take full momentum into the locker room as they're looking to try to move on to the semifinals in this Class 3A sub-state. Lady Trojans have already punched their ticket. We'll talk more about that as we discuss this game here on the halftime show. This is the GM Bank halftime show, formerly Girard National Bank. New name, but still providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Personal, business, or agricultural needs. Turn to GN Bank. Learn more at gn-bank.com. Trojans lead at 36-12 at the break. We'll talk about it next when we return on the GN Bank Halftime Show on Girard Sports Live.
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com. Find us fast in names and numbers.
The Trojan dance team out there entertaining the masses here inside Taylor Gymnasium. Trojan men do lead it here at the break 36-12 over the Riverton Rams here in this sub-state quarterfinal. Take a look at that bracket right now. The Trojan men are the #2 seed. They will await the winner of the Caney Valley and Columbus game. Those will be played tomorrow night. Trojan boys, the only boys team in action here tonight. Everybody else will play tomorrow. Let's take a look at our Eye on the Game brought to you by Kennar Eye Care. Thanks to the support from their community, Kennar Eye Care has nearly doubled their space and extended their hours with locations in both Pittsburgh and Girard. Kennar Eye Care, the clear choice. Make your appointment by calling 620-235-1737. In case you're hearing impaired, Trojans drum lines in the house. Trojans started out this game with a lead. Riverton did lead briefly, 3-2 on a three-point bucket by Carter Brown. With 6:40 to go in the first quarter, Trojans got it back, led 5-3, and that was when they started a 9-0 run, led 11-3. They led by 9 at half at the end of the first quarter, 16-7, and their largest lead of the ball game is where it sits right now at 24. But they just continue to grow that lead. They had an 11-0 run, and they're in the midst of an 11-0 run to end that first half. Halftime numbers. First for the Rams, 5 points from Carson Shockley, 7 points from Carter Brown, and that's it. They've got 2 guys who have scored. Trojans don't have all that many more guys that have scored, but the guys that have scored are doing a much better job. 15 points from Caleb Muya to lead the way for both teams. 12 points from Evan Troike, and then 5 points from Ryder Worrell and 4 points from Carter Doherty. Here is the Trojans do lead at the break, 36-12. Lady Trojans did their part earlier tonight. We'll take a break. We'll come back, talk more about that when we return on the GM Bank Halftime Show on your home for Girard High School Athletics, Girard Sports Live.
Thanks to your support, Kenora Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Kenora Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drug Store, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
When I wake up in the morning, love, the sunlight hurts my eyes, then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day.
Riverton Rams warming up here as we get ready to go here into this second half. The Girard Trojans lead it by that score 36-12 as we come out of the locker room. That's one of those half times where if you're the Trojans, you're like, let's just keep playing, because they had all the momentum and the Rams had no momentum. But they got to take a break. You got to allow dance team and drumline to come out, so that's why you take a break here at halftime. And Trojans lead the way. Lady Trojans won earlier tonight, 64-25, cruised to victory in that game. All 12 girls who suited up scored. Only one player in double figures. That was Kaylin Flaherty, had 12 points. And then 8 points from Jada Valley. And just so cool that everybody got to score. Everybody got to get into the game. Everybody got to score. And they will move on to play the winner of Cherryville and Caney Valley. Right now, a pretty good ball game after 3 quarters of play. Our last update on that one was 26-23 Cherryvale over the sub-state host in Caney. Columbus, pretty good lead over Frontenac, 38-22 in their portion of action. And the last update we had on the other girls game was a while ago, over 40 minutes ago. That game might be in the books, as Baxter Springs led Galena 23-8 with 2 minutes to go in the half. And so those are our last updates on the girls' side of things. And the Trojans right now, the only score that matters, lead at 36-12. And 15:54 to go in the first half. K-State leads KU 5-0. It's been a while, I imagine. I don't know. Maybe there's a time, but I can't think of any in my lifetime, and maybe back to the 70s of the regular season sweep. And it's been a while since they won in Allen Fieldhouse, so one to watch.
Class might get canceled tomorrow if they sweep.
Yeah, maybe. Academics first, Dale.
That was my motto all the way.
36-12. here at halftime. We're underway in this third quarter. The Girard Trojans lead it over the Rams. They'll have the basketball to start things as well. Evan Troike, 12 first-half points. Muya, the elbow, back to Evan. Wrap around down inside Carter. They collapse on him. Troike all alone for three on the way. Good. Evan Troike. It's like he just came out and said, well, today I am going to score buckets. His second three-point bucket of the ball game. 39-12. Off right side for Brown. Here's Teal. Zustiak to Shockley. He'll get a good look at one and to take it. Shockley's second three of the ball game as well. He lost, was able to shake off Ryder Whirl. Rare breakdown defensively from Ryder. On the right side for Doherty as he'll try to reverse it. Here's Troike. He'll go in the paint. He'll get stopped. Way downtown, Dylan Collins just missed it. Had a chance. He makes those like crazy in practice and warm-ups. Johnson in the ball game to start this second half. He had 4 fouls picked up with about 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Shockley off to Brown. Backside Zustiak. He gets Dylan Collins up off his feet, and a foul going to be called. Dylan's got to recognize he's got help around him, so keep your feet. And instead, it's going to send Zustiak to the free throw line. It's Doherty's first. Zustiak yet on the board. Rams just with 2 guys in the scoring column until just then. And Carson Shockley and Carter Brown had all 15 of their points up to that moment. And Zustiak changes that. 39-17. 6:35 to go here in the third quarter. Trojans need to continue to be aggressive. Nearly threw it away. Shortstop pulling that one out of the ground there for Troike. Here's off to Troike on the right wing. Right corner. Good move there by Whirl. And he's going to be fouled on the floor. So they get that one on. Foul's going to be called on Zustiak, his first. Team 1 in this second half. Out goes Johnson. 6:13 to go third quarter. Whirl. Here's Troike. Move it back around, keep it out high. Playing really tough on-ball defense with Zustiak. Just stole it right away from Ryder. And it's pushed out of bounds off of Troike. It'll stay with the Rams. Starting to hear that voice now. Coach feels him kind of slipping a little bit. Everybody's standing around. That's why that ball got knocked out of there. Ryder had nowhere to go with it. Got trapped. On the right side for Teal. Now here's Welch. Brown handed his face. He'll drive on Muya, and there's another steal by Troike. Evan, backside pass for Ryder Whirl on the finish. Ryder's got 7. 41-17. 5:21 to play third quarter. That help defense again, just stealing it. Zustiak picks it up way out high. Give way for Shockley. Here's Welch. Now Zustiak. Dump off inside for Teal, working against Doherty. Back out they go. Shot up over the backboard and out of bounds. Trojans will get it back here, just under 5 to go third quarter. Ryder going to shake off Zustiak. Goodness gracious. Oh, he needs some help. He nearly walked with it. Pretty good defense. Then Troike, a rare mistake, just threw it right away. Is there an officials convention going on? I mean, that's why there's just so many experts behind us.
Well, like I said, I'm not looking back there to see if it is an official convention.
She got in your head.
Man, I'm telling you.
Morrow with it. Out high. Here's Shockley working against Ryder. He'll go baseline. And a foul going to be called on Whirl. He doesn't believe it. His second. Team foul number 2. It's on the floor. Four and a half to go in this third quarter. Trojans lead at 41-17. Rams have come out with a little bit more energy, but have not been able to make a bunch. And a 5 count going to be called on Carter Brown. Hold on to that basketball. Quick 5. Coach wants a timeout. It's a 30. We'll take it. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, grid and soil sampling, custom and variable rate application, and more. Raise the bar and make this year the most profitable yet. To learn more, visit them online at girardcoop.com or call the Agronomy Center at 620-724-8372. Producers Co-op, working for you.
Trojan basketball, 4:30 to play here in this third quarter. Ryder Whirl going to work against Morrow this time, bringing the ball down the floor. They've stayed in that man. Here's Muya. Caleb going to be fouled by Carter Brown. They're called on the floor. It's his first, team foul number 2 here in the second half. Segura getting ready to check into the ball game. Joel Segura, the sophomore. He'll replace Welch. Muya going to inbound from underneath his own basket. Ryder comes out. He's got blood.
He got blood on his pants.
So he'll check out. In will come Henderson. Todd Grimes will earn his keep. Get rid of the blood. You got to spray and wash it immediately in order to get that out. Oh, Henderson just stolen by Morrow. And then stolen right back by Troike. Muya, Doherty running, catch, glass, good. Starts with defense with this Trojan team. Oh, midway through this third quarter. Here's Brown, left wing. They've closed Brown down because of putting Muya on him. That length, does stuff like that. Dylan's got to go get that basketball. Kind of said there and thought it was going to come to him. Morrow going to get it back. Missed opportunity there by the Trojans. Morrow's first bucket of the ball game. Trojans going the other way, knocked it out of bounds by Morrow. He's giving him a little bit of a spark. 45 to 19. Inbound to Muya. 1-on-2. Definitely like your chances there. Caleb's first point of the second half. Trojans lead it 47-19. They didn't put the basket up. No good there. Here's Troike. Foul. How did he not get teed up right there? It's going to be called, I believe, on I have 47. And Muya knocks down the first one on the foul. Shockley will come out. Out will go Brown. That was the second foul on Cade Reagan. 3:15 to play. Rebound by Doherty on the missed shot. Nearly got it. It gathered up. It'll stay here. Outside for Segura. Kick for Johnson. He'll drive on Muya. Try to get some contact. Doesn't get it. Muya steals it out of the ground. Throw it up in front for Whirl. Ryder up with the right hand. Good. (48-19) officially. I have 50-19. I might have missed one somewhere, or maybe I saw one somewhere. Did I fall asleep? No. You're supposed to tell me if I do. Dump off inside. Here's Murrow for three. High arcing shot, no good. Rebound by Troike. And 2:26 to go. And Troike going to be tripped by Morrow. Morrow will pick up his first. Back in comes Zustiak, I believe. Throw it in, backcourt for Muya. 2:21 to play, third quarter. Henderson, dump off inside Troike. Evan going to work. On extra pass, they're going to say he walked with it. Ooh. .204 to play. Segura out high. Good way to Welch. Here's Johnson working on Troike. Stripped by Evan. Then loose. Stripped. Thrown out of bounds by Evan Troike. And it will stay with the Rams here with 1:47 to go in the third. There's Zustiak, slide through, shot up, no good. Muya, going the other way, step it up, shot good, and the foul. Why Cade Riggin didn't just stay there? He would have easily taken a charge. Caleb had made his decision about half court. He was going to take that one to the rim. Riggin would have easily gotten a charge. Instead, he jumped at the last minute. That's his third. In comes Parsons. Muya with 20 points in this ball game now. Caleb makes the and one. Segura on the left side. Johnson for three. No good. Carter with a big rebound. Outlet, Muya, Caleb into the paint, up and around, shot no good. And rebound pulled out of there by Johnson for the Rams. Evan probably got away with one there. Here's Parsons, blocked by Carter. Probably his third block of the ball game for Carter Doherty. Under a minute to play here, third quarter. Segura, blocked by Henderson. Trojans have had 4 or 5 blocks tonight. In comes Gabe Muya. In comes Dylan Collins. Out goes Whirl. Out goes Troike for the Trojans. 47 seconds to go, third quarter. Segura working on Muya. Trojans have gone to a zone. Here's a three by Johnson, trying to break that zone up. Trojans can work for the final shot. That's the directive from Coach Westcott. Muya. Push off for Collins. 28 seconds to go. Move the ball is the mandate from Coach Westcott. 19 seconds to go. Nearly thrown away. Henderson will hold. Muya. 11 seconds. 9. Collins, kick. Henderson will get a good look at one. 3 on the way. No good. And that's the end of the third quarter. Trojans add to their lead. Lead it here 51-19 after 3. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Call's is a first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Rams will have the basketball as we start this final quarter of play. Shockley for three, no good. He's made a couple. Rebound by Doherty. Trojans going to keep the push. Up in front, stolen away, dangerous pass. Shockley comes out of there with it. Maybe a little too much. Starting five on the floor for the Trojans, briefly, I'm sure. Shot by Welch, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Muya. Caleb. Shake off Zustiak, he does. There's Whirl on the left wing. Sure, the Trojans being told to move the basketball. Nearly lost it. Loose ball. That'll be in favor of the Trojans. Should be on alternating possession. And they'll keep it here with 7-11 and counting. It's a running clock now. Trojans up by 30. More than 30 to start this fourth quarter. And so I did not see that coming. I mean, I've got full faith in the Trojans, and they're good. But they hit the ground flat running tonight. Perhaps a CNC championship, but a good win, and avenging a win that they had, a loss that they had earlier this season to Baxter Springs, and certainly had some pep in their step. It's tournament time. It's sub-state tournament time. You got to be playing your best basketball. Trojans, I would say, have put together a pretty good game here tonight. Troike. Here's Doherty from top of the key. Three on the way. Off the glass and good. Carter wanted it. Crowd goes wild. Pandemonium at Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. As Doherty drops one off the glass. Gets a steal on the other end. Helped out by Ryder Whirl. Here's Muya. Caleb stops. Kick. And they'll move it around and slow it down. Here's Troike. Couldn't get it to go. Lots of contact. Incredulous about it. Now here come the Rams going the other way. Brown. Welch. Rebound. Coach wants a timeout. They're not going to give it to him on the fast break, and they'll get it on the bucket by Carter Doherty. And that's just to get his subs in the ground before these starters go nuts. It's fascinating how these games mirror one another, the Trojans girls and boys, because look at this. The ladies trailed one time in the game with 5 minutes to go, 5-4. The Trojans trailed one time in this game, 3-2 early in the first quarter with 6:40 to go. And then just ladies led by 19 at halftime, men led by 24. Just kept growing their lead in the third. And then ladies drew up a play to give their post a chance to shoot one from three. Kaylin wasn't able to come through with her promise, but Carter gets one drawn up for him, and he comes through. Does the big fella. Coach said he had to kick him out of the gym. He had kind of a rough stretch. Did Doherty there to start, well, last week really. And Carter had to get kicked out of the gym. There's Matt Teal. He'll be a post player, and he'll shoot a three as well. 56-22. Rigby Bourne into the ball game for the Trojans. Rams jumping every pass. Lawleman with it. Here's Logan Thomas out high. Over to Henderson. Zane, he wants three on the way. That one's no good. Rebound to be determined. Lallman just happened to be in the right place, the right time. Backside, Rigby Bourne. He'll wait. Up off the glass and good. 58-22. 4:44 and counting in this fourth quarter. Off right corner. Dump off inside for Teal. Good defense by Henderson not to jump up there and get the contact. Here's Bourne. Off as needed, it can be fouled. It'll be team foul number 6. They have let him play tonight, I would say. I would not be, I mean, I could see the frustration from the Rams fans because it's been pretty physical. Trojans have got away with it, but it's been balanced. It's been even. Zachary Davis going to check into the ball game for the Trojans. Also in comes D. Weidman for Girard. Always got to hurry up and get it in. He'll get it in for Davis. Now here's Thomas, 3:49, nearly lost. Still loose, and gathered up by Shockley for Riverton. Coach says take care of the basketball. Here's Morrow on the right wing. Waning minutes of the season for the Riverton Rams. Outside is Reagan. Here's Zustiak.
Don't turn around, BJ.
Shoot it. Here's Shockley. Lost it. Got it. Turn around. Shot no good. Rebound Thomas. Logan up in front for Bourne. Future here for the Trojans. The youngsters off left side for Bourne. Nearly strapped by Zustiak. And then he is stolen away. Other end. Trying to dunk it. And Weidman going to be called for the foul. Trying to throw it down was Cade Reagan, rather. D. Weidman getting called for the contact. And here's the free throw shots up and good. First one by Reagan. Well, Carson Shockley and Carter Brown had their only points in the first half. Shockley still scored in the second half. Carter Brown is not. Max Morrow with Brown. They've only hit 2 field goals in this half, Dale. 2 field goals in the half.
It's been pretty rough.
Here's Davis off the Lallman. Caden. Skip pass. Stopped. Here's Reagan. He tried to dunk it. He's got a little grin on his face. Gosh darn it, he says. How are you going to get 2 chances at it? Here's Davis the other end. He'll get fouled. Reagan trying to go out with a dunk, the senior. Maybe in the first quarter, he says. Foul's called on Welch, his third. Why not?
I would have.
I would. I'd be shooting half-court shots. You would have to get me out of the game. I would be incredulous. I would just be doing all kinds of shenanigans.
I'd pick up my 4 fouls real quick, try to dunk it, and walk off. Some mic drop and walk out of here.
Davis leaves them both short. Off left side, 42 seconds to play. Driving, kick. Youngsters in the ball game for Riverton as well. Segura fouled. That'll probably do it. Should be on the floor. They'll inbound here with 13 seconds. Get it into Welch. Outside for Segura. 3 seconds, 2. Way downtown, Segura tried to get one in at the buzzer. That's the end of this one. Trojans win it in a rout, a couple of routes tonight. Lady Trojans took care of business. Trojan men win it here as well, 58-23, as we will roll on to play in the semifinals of the Class 3A Sub-State down in Caney. Still don't know the girls' opponent. Last update was 10 minutes ago, but that was tied up 32-all after regulation, so they went to overtime in the Caney Valley Cherryvale game. That's who the Lady Trojans would play. Trojan men won't find out until action's done tomorrow, as all the boys' games are in action tomorrow. Trojan men win at 58-23. Ladies win earlier tonight, 64-25. We'll talk about it next when we return on the Leah Smith Agency postgame show. Leah Smith, Farmers Insurance, bringing 10 years of industry experience back to her hometown. Give Leah a call at 620-670-4590. Proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans. Good night to be a Trojan. Trojans win at 58-23 on the boys' side, 64-25 on the girls' side. We'll talk about them next when we return on the Leah Smith Agency postgame show on Girard Sports Live.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent in Girard is Leah Smith. Leah is excited to bring more than 10 years industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri back to her hometown. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options, whether it's auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more. Give Leah Smith a call today at 620-670-4590. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans.
Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, grid and soil sampling, custom and variable rate application, and more. Raise the bar and make this year the most profitable yet. To learn more, visit them online at girardcoop.com or call the Agronomy Center at 620-724-8372. Producers Co-op, working for you.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about My Mobile Money and mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
And there was much rejoicing, to quote Monty Python, as the Trojans win here tonight. Good crowd on hand. Hopefully a good crowd look like on our stream as well. Invite you to join us coming up on Thursday as we'll be back in action with the ladies. They'll await their opponent, either Caney Valley or Cherryvale. Those two teams are in overtime. But the Trojans do their part here in this one as they win at 58-23 on the boys' side, 64-25 on the girls' side. Final numbers brought to you by the Bender on 7. Everyone's headed to the Bender for another great post-game celebration. Not tonight, but tomorrow you can go there. Grab your friends and head to the Bender for a great late-night snack and some fun. Bender on 7, Girard's favorite hangout, dine-in, or carry-out. Call 620-724-4860. Well, this game started out, Trojans led 2-0. Riverton would lead 3-2 with 6:40 to go. Trojans would get it right back on a three-point bucket by Evan Troike. He would have their first 5 points of the game for the Trojans, and they would never relinquish that lead. That would start a 7-0 run, a 9-0 run, rather. Trojans led 16-5 after one quarter. They led by 14 at halftime, did the Trojans. Excuse me, 24. Led by 24 at halftime, did the Trojans. So they kind of blew this thing open in the first half and never really looked back. Had maybe just a possession or two where they could have put it away in that third quarter, but let the Rams make a couple buckets. But it was pretty dominant throughout. And then the Trojans put in the subs in the fourth quarter after the starters started and looked like they were going to try to take over the game. Carter Doherty had 5 fourth-quarter points, including a 3. Final score 58-23. Caleb Muya leading the way and leading all scorers with 21. 15 points from Evan Troike and 11 points from Carter Doherty. 9 points from Ryder Whirl and 2 from Rigby Bourne. Trojans did that without Dylan Collins getting in the score column. He took a couple of threes but couldn't get one to go. Rams led tonight by Carson Shockley's 8 points. They only had 3 second-half field goals. 2 points from Max Morrow, 7 points from Carter Brown, 2 points from Tyler Zustiak, 2 from Cade Riggin, and 3 from Matt Teal as the Trojans roll here, 58-23. Again, they'll move on to play. We don't know the times of those games yet. We'll pass those along as soon as we do have those. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, and we'll let you know on Thursday. The boys won't be determined until after tomorrow as the Trojans move on to Thursday and Friday's action. Girls sub-state. So you can move on to that top-seeded Trojans, move on to Thursday. Still waiting on the winner as they're in overtime, Cherryville and Caney. Baxter Springs was beating Galena pretty handily the last update we had in that ball game. And then we did get a final from Frontenac and Columbus. Baxter did beat Galena 62-40. And then Columbus advanced. So it'll be Columbus and Baxter Springs on Thursday, and the Trojans at either Cherryville or Caney Valley. And those two teams were in overtime the last time we checked on that side. The Trojan men, they do move on in their action, and we'll wait for everybody else's situations tomorrow when we have the boys get going. Trojan men win it here 58-23. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk to the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott, when we return on the Leah Smith Agency postgame show on Girard Sports Live.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new Ceric Dental System, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com.
Find us fast in names and numbers.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Calls is a first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It cannot be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and print, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You. Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Back here on the Leah Smith Agency postgame show here on Girard Sports Live. BJ Harris joined by the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott, as the Trojans win this game 58-23. Coach's interviews always brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon. Pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. Community National Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Girard schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. And Coach, boy, it looked like your team come out with some pretty sustained focus here. And really one guy to talk about, Evan Troike, came shooting out of the locker room like a cannon. We don't see him go off like that offensively. It looked like he thought, tonight I think I'm going to score some points.
Yeah, he had a really good ball game, both ends of the floor. He always plays well on defense, and we know what we're going to get out of him, but picked up 2 big charges tonight on the defensive end, and obviously shot the ball well, hit a couple bombs, and was able to get to the rim like he always does, and did a good job of finishing. And he still set a bunch of guys up. You know, he's leading us right now in assists, and I'm sure he probably did again tonight, but was able to put the ball in the hole and do some good things for us, both ends. It's what good teams do, and so he stepped up tonight, and I thought the kids really played well, did some good things, and hopefully we can keep it going.
Yeah, the question last week when we played this team in Riverton, we knew it was going to be tough because you're a Monday, you didn't have school, and then the gym in there was just completely stale and no energy. You let this Riverton team hang around with you. They're capable. They showed that. They lost by 4 to Baxter on Tuesday. They only lost by 8 to you guys on Monday, and so they're capable, but energy was not an issue here tonight.
No, I think our guys understand, hey, we know what's at stake right now, and if you don't come out and play well, then there's a pretty good chance that you'll be going home and putting these jerseys up. So our guys want to keep playing as long as we can, and you know that's our focus right now. We've got to turn to Friday, and we'll find out who we're going to see tomorrow night with Caney and Columbus, and hopefully we can get a look at them and have a good game plan going into Friday.
And you say you want to do a little scouting. How beneficial? No, obviously we talked about the fact that Frontenac team's a tough out, and if you're the number 1 seed, you play them. You end up being the number 2 seed because of loss to Colgan. But then the benefit that you play both teams and you get to play here at home on Monday, that extra day, pretty big.
Well, yeah, it is now. You know, you kind of lost today by moving it up to Monday, but we hadn't played since last Thursday, so it's kind of like a Friday, Tuesday, just a normal week for us.
Coach Matt.
But. We were looking, and I think our guys, we've been up here since last Sunday every day. Yeah. So we'll probably go pretty light tomorrow, get our legs back under us, and be able to go watch Caney. They're a team we haven't seen yet. And obviously we're pretty familiar with Columbus, but, hopefully we'll get to see a good ball game tomorrow night and get ourselves ready.
All right, Coach, congratulations. Another great win here and moving on to Sub-State. That's what the name of the game is right now.
Hey, survive and move on, buddy. Survive and move on. Thanks, BJ.
All right, Coach Wes Scott joining us here on the Community National Bank, the Leah Smith Agency post-game show. Here is his interview brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust. The Trojan men win at 58-23, led tonight by Caleb Zamuyas, 21 points. Evan Troike with 15, Carter Doherty with 11. Lady Trojans won it earlier tonight, 64-25. They had one player in double figures with Kaylin Flaherty, but the story there, they had all 12 girls who suited up, scored in the game. Just a real good team effort from both teams here tonight as the Trojans get the sweep over the Rams here in our final game from the friendly confines of Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. Tom Stegman, his crew, they do a phenomenal job for us. Good custodial staff that's helped us out as well. And it's just, it's always so fun to be here. We got the best internet in Southeast Kansas with Crocan, and it makes our broadcast go a lot smoother when things work well. And it has been that way all season long. The next time you hear from us, we'll be in Caney, Kansas. It'll be next this Thursday as the Lady Trojans will take on Cherryvale. Cherryvale, the winners in overtime over Caney. And so we'll see how they determine who plays what. I don't know if furthest team maybe gets a chance to play earlier or what. We will find out when we find out about that tomorrow, I am sure, as the Lady Trojans will take on Cherryvale in their semifinal game on Thursday. It's going to do it for us, for both coaches. Appreciate them coming up. For my partner, Dale Sharman, and BJ Harris saying so long from Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. The Trojans are moving on in the Sub-State. You watch it all here on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
19-18, Trojans holding on to a 1-point lead here with 2:12 to play first quarter. Crane, three, good, there it is. That puts her over 1,000 points. What a moment.
Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan Telephone, your community technology partner. Also by Ag Choice of Hepler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bender on 7, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Bumper to Bumper, Call Service, Chicken Annie's Girard, Community National Bank and Trust, Derailed Commodity, Farm Bureau Financial Services, G&W Foods, Girard Medical Center, Hydrix Appliance, Jagged Edge, Canar Eye Care, Kim Kravitz Photo, Laird Ceramics, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug Store, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Advertising, Paoni Dental, the Producers Co-op Agronomy Center, Farmers Insurance, Leah Smith Agency, GN Bank, the Market 120, and the Producers Co-op Farm Store.
Just a crossover and go. I'm faster than you are. Goes to the baseline. I can jump higher too.
It's time for Girard Sports Live.